Good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. I am Jake Elliott alongside Brad Challengers. It's been quite some time since we've seen you here at the Langley Event Center, but the Stealth finally get to play another home game on their home floor, and they will play 5 of their final 7 regular season games right here at the LEC.
Yeah, what a treat for lacrosse fans in BC. We're back. It is BC Lacrosse Night in the Langley Event Center. Shout out to all the former Delta Islanders in the building tonight, and a lot of BC-born guys on either side of the floor, and some of the best players in the world coming out of this province tonight. I can't wait to see it showcased on the floor.
Well, a huge game here for Vancouver tonight. They just sit 2 games out of a playoff spot. This will be their 3rd meeting against the Calgary Roughnecks, 0-2 so far, but now they get a chance to play the Riggers on their home floor.
Yeah, 2 games out of the playoff spot. Colorado's on top of the Stealth right now in the standings, but it starts here tonight. If they want to look towards the postseason, they got to start collecting wins late in the season because it's going to be tougher and tougher every single night, and it's going to be a good matchup here against the Roughnecks.
A couple of new faces to check out in the Stealth lineup as Jamie Lincoln and Brad Richardson will make their home debut here for the Stealth this evening.
Covering both sides of the floor, Jamie Lincoln is an offensive lefty looking to provide a much-needed spark to that side of the floor for the Vancouver offense, and Brad Richardson's on the other end of the floor. He's another BC boy, and but a big-bodied defender who can run the ball up the floor real well. We look forward to seeing him.
Well, anytime that the Roughnecks and Stealth hook up for a lacrosse game, it's usually a nasty affair, and that always makes for a good lacrosse game.
Yeah, a lot of grit on both sides of the floor. Grimes and Molesky on the Stealth side, Evans and Dobie, some offensive sort of firecrackers on the other side, and they usually clash pretty well, and they're always fun games to watch.
Well, an entertaining one coming up here for sure from the Langley Event Center. Opening face-off is coming right up. Enjoy the game, everybody.
Good national concert fans, and welcome to the Langley Event Center, home of your Vancouver Stealth. Tonight, the Stealth face the Calgary Roughnecks as we pay tribute to the BC Lacrosse Association. At this time, we would like to welcome all BCLA members to the game tonight. Thank you for your continued support of Vancouver Stealth Lacrosse. Fans, please note the following lineup changes tonight for Vancouver. Scratch number 11, Kyle Sorensen. Number 15, Ilya Gaich. Number 17, Chris Wardle. And number 24, Chris O'Doherty. For Calgary, scratch number 16, Mike Carnegie. And number 20, Travis Cornwall. And now, please welcome your Vancouver Stealth Bombshells. All right, fans, please welcome to the floor tonight's Fan Tunnel. All right, fans, please welcome your in-game host tonight, Mighty C.
Vancouver fans, how we feeling out there tonight? Make some noise! Gonna start out the weekend right. Here we go. Let's meet your 2014 Vancouver Stealth. At forward from Surrey, number 5, Cliff Smith. On defense from Burnaby, number 6, Curtis Hodgson. At forward from New Westminster, number 7, Tyler Digby. At forward from St. Catharines, Ontario, number 8, Jamie Lincoln. On defense from Acton, Ontario, number 9, Bradley Cree. At forward from Victoria, number 10, Reese Dutch. On defense from Welland, Ontario, number 20, Justin Petchel. At defense from Peterborough, Ontario, number 23, Mike Grimes. At forward from Nedrow, New York, number 26, Brett Bucktooth. On defense from Langley, BC, number 28, Brad Richardson. In goal from Dunnville, Ontario, number 33, Matt Roik. At forward from Victoria, number 42, Lewis Ratcliffe. And now tonight's starters. In goal from Coquitlam, wearing 00, Tyler Richards. On defense from Coquitlam, number 2, Matt Beers. At defense from Prince George, number 3, Jeff Molesky. transition from Coquitlam, number 19, Justin Saltz. At transition from Port Hope, Ontario, number 44, Nick Weiss. At transition from Coquitlam, number 91, Tyler Garrison. Vancouver, that's your stealth. Make some noise!
Thanks, Mikey. Fans assistant coaches for the Stealth, Kevin Alexander, Jason Bloom, Dave Evans, Dan Perot, and Art Webster. Head coach, Chris Hall. Now entering the floor, led by head coach Kurt Moloski, the Calgary Roughnecks.
There would be a lot of Calgary fans here tonight. Half their team. Are they doing the anthem, or what are they doing first?
Stealth fans, tonight we honor the BC Lacrosse Association and everything that it does to grow the sport of lacrosse within our province. Please welcome President of the BCLA, Sohan Gill, and the owner of your Vancouver Stealth, Denise Watkins. Now on behalf of the Stealth, Denise is presenting the BCLA and the Lacrosse on the Move Fund with a check for $2,500. Let's hear it for Denise and Sohan. And fans, don't forget, you can also contribute to the Lacrosse on the Move Fund by participating in the 50-50 raffle at each Stealth home game. Funds raised help minor lacrosse players cover travel expenses and help continue to grow the great game of lacrosse. Fans, for tonight's ceremonial face-off, please welcome Canadian Lacrosse Hall of Famer Dave Durante. The first pick overall in the first ever Western Lacrosse Association Junior Draft, Dave scored 26 goals and 23 assists for the Coquitlam Adanacs and was named Rookie of the Year. After capturing the WLA scoring title in 1974, Dave joined the Quebec Caribous of the old NLL in 1975, earning 242 points in just 60 games, including the regular season and the playoffs. It was then back to Coquitlam for a 4-year stint until he was traded to the New Westminster Salmon Bellies prior to the 1980 season. He remained there for the next 12 seasons before retiring in 1991 at the age of 39 with 5 Mann Cup championships.
Yeah, you can keep it. Do you need
How about it one more time for
Probably
him,
don't have
folks?
very many,
Canadian
do you?
Lacrosse Hall of Famer Dave Durante. Now at this time, we ask you all to please rise, remove your hats, and join Jada Mackenzie Moore in the singing of O Canada.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for
Good evening, lacrosse fans, and welcome inside the Langley Event Center as we get set for the National Lacrosse League. As the Vancouver Stealth will take on the Calgary Roughnecks. Jake Elliott, Brad Challoner, and Kevin Alexander with you here this evening as the 3-8 Stealth take on the 6-5 Roughnecks. And Brad Challoner 0-2 against the Riggers so far, but now they get a chance on their home floor here this evening.
Yeah, it's always a great matchup when you get these two teams together, longtime Western Division rivals, and a gritty Roughnecks team and a Stealth team that wants to fight back. Need some wins here late in the season, and you know, they got tough defense and some new faces in the lineup, but it's going to be a matter of how those lefties get on the board. And Kevin Alexander, how are the lefties going to score tonight?
Well, I think the guys just got to keep working. You know that sooner or later the ball's got to go in. The guys are doing a lot of things right. You need a little break here and there to make the ball go in, but a little bit of hard work and a little bit of luck, and things will go our way.
Tyler Richards will get the start here for the Stealth. He's been one of the bright spots all season long here for Vancouver. And Mike Poulin for the Roughnecks. Your head coaches are Kurt Malowski for Calgary, Chris Hall for Vancouver. Your referees for tonight, Greg Hart, Todd LeBranche, and working the 30 tonight is Keith Williams. Stealth in white, Roughnecks in red. We're at center floor and set to go and underway from the Langley Event Center. And the birthday boy, Tyler Garrison, drawing off against Jeff Snyder, and a loose ball up for grabs here right off the bat. Carson Leung lost it, and Matty Beers will pick it up. So the Stealth will get first possession, and here comes Reese Dutch, leading the team in pretty much every statistical category offensively, but a quick turnover there as the Roughnecks swarmed him. And now Calgary will get their first possession as Carson Leung up into the offensive zone. Here's Sean Evans as he'll work off the boards. Out top to Curtis Dixon, who is really heating up in the National Lacrosse League over the past couple of weeks. And Dane Doby, who leads all NLL players in goals with 31 so far this year. Here's Dixon from the outside. Across the top he comes. Shot clock winding down. Outside shot there easily handed by T. Rich. Now a ball thrown away here as Richards tried to get the bounce pass off, and Evans picked it up. And Calgary will get another crack on offense here.
New face on defense in white. Number 9 is Bradley Cree for the Vancouver Stealth, playing in his first NLL game. 6'3", 220.
Over the top, shot there, stop. As Vancouver comes up with it. And Johnny McRae, who is up on offense. Now look out, here comes Molesky. He took a hack and a whack. A couple more there from McBride, the captain. Hard pick there from Ratcliffe, who's back in the lineup. Did not play last week against Edmonton. A 10-9 loss against the Rush. We'll get you a score from Buffalo momentarily as well. As a really good game by the Stealth against Edmonton. Just came up a little bit short in that one. Here's Ratcliffe from way outside as the shot clock was winding down. Dutch in for a loose ball, and a new 30 here for the Stealth. Good hustle there from Dutchy as he plays it out to Bucktooth. Does he get a look at the New York native in his first action? Tyler Digby down low. Kick out to Dutch, just got past him. It's going to roll across the center line. And now Johnny Harnett's going to pick it up with a head of steam here, but he's going to think better of that as they'll pull it out, get the offense out there. Just over 2 minutes in, no score. Schattler into the corner for Doby. Lob out high, it's Marty Dinsdale. And now Curtis Dixon. A lot of guys sporting the Red Sox here tonight. Outside shot coming. It's a howitzer from Veltman off T-Rich and out of play. Up next, they'll get the ball back as it's BC Lacrosse Night here. Lots of minor organizations supporting the Stealth this evening. As the Roughnecks will set things up here with a new 30. There's Dixon off the half boards. Draws low. Now Dinsdale inside. Faking scores. As the pick and roll executed to perfection there from Dinsdale and Dixon. And the Roughnecks open the score in 1-0.
Well, we're seeing a lot of that pick and roll stuff happening to the Stealth in the last couple of games out there, Jake. I think they got to work a little bit harder on that, on working on that. And all that is communication. Guys got to talk, switch or stay, and generally you want to switch and you got to make it quick.
And it's respecting the pass from Curtis Dixon as well. I think the defense paying a little extra attention to number 17 in red, but he's able to feed over to Dinsdale on that play.
Here comes Weiss quickly. He's in on goal, and a shot and a save there from Poulin. And really, it's the off-ball guys that got to be ready to help on that, as that pick and roll came from way out. And you got to sag off ball there, Kevin. Be ready to make that slide on Dinsdale there, who's looking over his shoulder. He can really turn his lights out with a big hit there.
And you got to go hard. Exactly.
Good stick check here from Molesky as he rides Snyder into the ground. And ball turned over here. Here's Grimes up ahead of the play. It's a 3-on-2. Here comes Cree with Salt. Here's Grimes into the middle. Shot off the post. And up out of play. It'll be Vancouver ball here. As Digby will come on and scoop it up. And Tor Reinhold all over him. Now Ratcliffe. Here's Jamie Lincoln. Had a highlight reel goal a couple of weeks ago. Now he's driving to the goal and got stripped there by Manning. As the ball turned back over, long feet up ahead, is on the mark to McFedrich, who hasn't played a lot of games here for Calgary, but is in the lineup tonight. Now it's Carson Leon. 16 on the shot clock as it's down low to the goal scorer, Dinsdale. Across the top comes Marty. Feet across, quick pass, Dixon, sub shot, and a save there from T. Rich.
Here we go, Vancouver Stealth!
How quickly is he going to look at Brad Richardson, who wears number 28, Langley native. Plays with Coquitlam in the summer and the Minto Cup champion with the Burnaby Lakers in junior. Now Dutch, one-on-one here with Harnett. Here's Dutch, step back shot there, and Poulin's got that one as he corrals the loose ball just outside his crease, and now a penalty call coming up, and I think Bucktooth's going to get it for a high stick on McBride.
Yeah, a little retaliatory. Bucktooth frustrated on the doorstep, got his stick up high, and you don't want to give the league's #1 power play any opportunities.
Now clicking at 59% so far this year. To give you a comparison, the Stealth sitting at 36% on the season. So a very dangerous man advantage as they go 6-on-5 now. Shot clock winding down to 5. Here's Evans across the top, feet into the corner. Dobie trying to come back near side. Dixon, and he's got one as he rips a sidearm past Richards. It's 2-0. Wipe out the delayed penalty on Bucktooth.
Well, Stealth have to be a little more careful with their choosing their point of attack. Dixon's on fire lately, and you can't let that guy shoot. You just got to get out and let somebody else do the shooting.
That's his 12th goal in his last 3 games. You're right, Kevin. Just on fire. He had a slow start to the season, but really coming in alive. And for a lot of the BC boys on the Roughnecks roster, their first time playing at the LEC in front of friends and family here, so they're just as fired up as the Stealth are tonight.
So down 2-0 here early to Calgary. And Snyder wins the faceoff against Garrison, and we mention it every time a Snyder is in the faceoff, Dot, and we're just going to have to watch that matchup as Garrison will have his hands full with number 4 tonight. Here's Shawnee Evans, 15 on the shot clock as he plays it out high to Dinsdale. Looks like he'll play predominantly offense here tonight for Malowski. Hard feed down into the corner. Evans on the backdoor cut was Veltman. That pass behind him. Beers all over his man Shatler, who's got no other option just to throw it in front of the goal. Now Evans spins with a shot, and Molesky blocked that one. Nick Weiss started the season on the practice roster, worked himself into a regular roster role now, as here comes Dutch on the run as we go under 10 minutes, and now it's Digby out high, Cliff Smith, and now Lewis Ratcliffe near side. Ratcliffe waiting for a pick to come, nothing yet. Goes across to Dutch, dangles down low, Dutch with a floater, that one wide into the corner here with 3 on the shot clock. Smith checked from behind, and this will be a shot clock violation here on the Stealth as Ratcliffe goes down. Bodies come together as Ratcliffe trying to pick himself up off the turf. We'll take it to break right here from the Langley Event Center. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network. We're back after this.
All right, so we have a Mikey C. All right, so fans, I'm here at section T, row 14, with Jerry Westmoreland, Caitlin. There are charter bus line moving in. We got 2 club seats following the themselves, and they're taking down their right nice and close to the action. You grab those courtesy charter bus line. We're getting it down there nice and close. Some more action for you. Come on, man, let's hear it for the Scout. Go! All right, thanks, Mike. 8 minutes into the game by participating collectively 50 ball coaching. We'll let the lacrosse all game club presented by the BC Lacrosse Association and your Vancouver Stealth. As always, we take a big ball for the money early in the 4th quarter.
All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back. Fans, get some new team gear for the season by visiting NLL Shop online. Go to shop.nll.com for the best prices and selection on clothing and accessories for all 9 teams. With flat rate shipping, no hassle returns, then NLL Shop is the place for all things NLL. Visit shop.nll.com today. Powered by Fanatics, as we welcome you back inside the LEC. Jake Kelly, Brad Challoner, and the Hall of Famer Kevin Alexander with you. There's nice work by the camera guys there, folks. I don't know if you caught a piece of that, but they were trying to zoom in on that Calgary bench and see what the play that Kurt Malowski was drawing up. And Dean Dobie picked that up and did not like that very much. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. I love it here from our production crew.
Just the start I think we absolutely expected. Pretty rough game to start off the game. Lots of chippiness in front of the Calgary Roughnecks goal. And both teams trying to set the aggressive tone here and see who comes out the victor.
5-on-5. Here's Veltman out wide for Evans. 15 on the shot clock. Evans into the middle. Now he's going to weave his way in. Gets off a shot and scores as he goes glove side low past Richards. And straight out of the TV timeout, it's 3-0 Calgary.
Well, Stealth have to cross-check on defense. There's too much waving the stick, waving at the body. Guys got to get in and start laying some cross-checks on people and stopping them.
As it looks like Richardson will try his luck here against Snyder now. And an early move on Snyder. It'll be Stealth ball.
Snyder had a tough goal last week against Edmonton, and Jeremy Thompson actually won that game in the face-off dot against Snyder, a rare occurrence when he's not up against. Snyder showing a little frustration against Thompson, getting under his skin a little bit. Maybe Richardson can do a little bit of that tonight too.
Yeah, those two had a scrap last week as well. Here's Digby, far corner, hard feed Ratcliffe. Pick coming up. Here's Ratcliffe, whipping shot wide of the goal by about a foot. As Dutch tries to bring in the rebound off the end boards. Now he's got it. What do we got? And a late hit on Dutch here. Is that going to pick up a penalty? I believe it will. As it looks like Carson Leung will head to the gate, and pretty much just what the doctor ordered here with the Stealth down 3-0. They get to go to the man advantage.
Well, like Brad said earlier, there is a fair bit of aggression, and let's face it, guys, these teams don't like each other out there, and nothing wrong with that, but you can't take dumb ones on a turnover like that.
So it'll be Bucktooth to set things up. Dutch and Ratcliffe on the shooters, Digby and Lincoln down on the crease. Work it around a little bit, get the set play going. Here's Lincoln up for a pick on Ratcliffe. Double screen now. Ratcliffe bounce shot, saved from Pullen. And he drags the ball back into his crease one more time. Hard outlet feed to Manning at center. Got a man in behind here. Schottler right in. Good save there from Richards as it came short-handed off of Jeff Schottler.
Great short-handed team are the Calgary Roughnecks, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Lewis Ratcliffe early in this game, guys. He already has 3 shots, and that's the message from Coach Hall and company is get the ball on the net, shoot till you're hot, Lou.
Well, he scored 900 points. Here's Bucktooth with a howitzer, and Poulin's got another save and controls the rebound. Scored over 900 points in this league by shooting the ball. No reason to change now.
His first time playing with Jamie Lincoln tonight, too.
Here's McCray as Garrison marks up on him. Tough pass for Dixon. He's got that one. Justin Salt tries to steer him into the double team with Mike Grimes. This is a late change here by the Roughnecks, down to 10 on the shot clock. As the ever-dangerous Curtis Dixon tries to go 1-on-2 here. Now shakes off one man, and Salt, still Dixon, 1 on the shot clock. Step back shot, and he hooked it wide. So Stealth have possession here, 40 seconds to work with on the man advantage. Same 5-man unit right back out there. Bucktooth into the corner to Digby. Now Reese Dutch up top Bucktooth. Here's Ratcliffe down to Lincoln. Here's Digby with a lane shot. Save from Poulin. That looked like back in, and it's called as Snyder had a foot back in the crease. Digby wanted to get it started quickly. Now 15 seconds to work with. Dutch from the outside. Bucktooth, he wants to switch places and will. Here's Digby down low. Hooking shot comes in and just off the toe of Poulin. Now Lincoln takes a rough ride from behind.
They have to respect Leung coming out of the gate now, too.
Now watch out for the penalty box here. Bucktooth will come up with the ball. Look out, as he didn't see Carson Leung coming. Quick pass across for Lincoln was out of the reach of him. 20 on the shot clock. Dutch launch shot just trickles wide. Oh, a reverse backhand. Almost went in for Lincoln with an open net there. Now Digby on the crease. And a shoulder save from Poulin as the Stealth coming on, but they can't solve Poulin.
Good relentless pursuit of the offensive zone, loose ball. Second opportunities win games.
Well, Calgary kills off the man advantage and still lead 3-0. As the Stealth came close. Hard feed down for Veltman. In the corner now. As it comes out near center for Evans. Just keeps it onside. Shot clock winding down. Tries to shovel one to the goal and goes through the crease and past everybody. Shot clock violation on the Stealth. Now Nick Weiss up ahead of the play. Creed trying to pick him up. Weiss was covered. Now he tries to force one to Digby. Loose ball on the turf. And a battle ensues. Ball squirts free. Reinhold couldn't come out with it. Weiss knocked down his man. And all the while the shot clock winding down here. And finally, Shetler comes away with the ball, and it's a 2-on-1. Grimes back with Toby and Shetler. Here comes Shetler right in. Oh, he had room on the top corner and missed the goal. Grimes quickly back. Now maybe a chance here for the Stealth as Grimes takes a long shot. And an easy stop for Poulin as transition back the other way. Here comes Snyder right in. Floats a shot way wide of the goal. As Salt will keep that one in play. And I think we're going to get a bench minor here on the Stealth for too many men.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an early change there. Pretty hectic pace here early, guys. End-to-end action going both ways. Big saves from Mike Poulin down in the Calgary end.
We'll get you the call when we come back. 3-0 Roughnecks here. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network.
We got Booster, two stops, DC. Bomber's going to find you, so get it going. Bomber's going to find you. The last row, 6-0. Last row, we find it. We got it here. We got it right here. Let's run. Row number 10 here at Booster, two stops. That's the DC. Bomber's going to find the Booster. Back to the active.
Fans, welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. Watch every NLL game live on YouTube all season long. Watch it on your smartphone, iPad, laptop for a great home viewing experience. Watch the game on your smart TV. Visit youtube.com/TLN or NLL.com for the broadcast schedule to watch live. The National Lacrosse League on YouTube in partnership with the Lacrosse Network. Welcome back inside the LEC. Jake Elliott, Brad Challoner, and the Hall of Famer Kevin Alexander with you. 3-0 Roughnecks as they go to the man advantage for the too many men call on the Stealth, a bench minor. Well, here comes Daryl Veltman, who will set things up. He's got Dobie and Shatler to his right, Dixon and Evans on the left. Here's Dixon. Feeds, quick shot, 5-hole. Veltman scores, and quick work on the man advantage. Just 12 seconds, and it's 4-0 Calgary.
Well, penalties could be very big if the Stealth continue to take them like that. This power play is deadly, as we've seen in a couple of examples already. So guys got to really think about, if you're going to fudge a little bit, you're going to pay a price.
Well, and you can throw Dixon, Shatler, Dobie, and Evans out there. You're in for some trouble on the man advantage. As a ball hooked back into the Stealth zone. Picked up by Jeff Bolewski, and the Stealth need an answer here quickly. Here's Cliff Smith. So play it back out high, Lewis Ratcliffe. Across Digby down into the corner, Dutch. Reese Dutch across the top. Hard feed for Smith. 8 on the shot clock now, it's Lincoln. Here's Jamie Lincoln. Looking for a lane, nothing there. 2 on the shot clock. Now he takes a high stick from Manning and no call. Right in front of Greg Hart and no call on Manning.
Yeah, that one's a little suspicious there. He kind of had a hold or a high stick, whatever you like. I don't know that Greg Hart was.
Dobie wide open in below everybody. Tries a low shot, and it's on the outside, or is it in? It's in the goal. It's 5-0 as somehow that squeaks through the legs of Tyler Richards.
And that's how quick it can happen with this offense, guys. Bing, bang, boom, 5 goals already so far tonight to Vancouver 0, and a couple on the power play, 6 on fiber. And you don't want to get in a hole against this Roughnecks team. The Stealth did it in Calgary a while ago, 20-9. They lost that game, and Matt Beers looks like he got bit by the turf monster, and he's down hard on the defensive zone. This looks bad.
Yeah, no Ilya Gaich in the lineup here tonight as well, and now Matt Beers down what looks like to be maybe a cramp and a goalie change coming here as well, as Mike Grimes just snapped his stick in half as he went back to the bench, not happy with his start and probably his team's start here as they find themselves down 5-0 late in this first quarter.
Yeah, not the start you want on home floor, obviously. And this team's already had the injury bug this season. They've missed their captain, Kyle Sorensen, for the majority. Molesky's missed a game. Chris O'Doherty, obviously a big miss of him on the back end. And this could be ugly if Beers is out.
I think this is probably just cramps here for Beersley, the way they're looking at him, as he'll get back to his feet now. And maybe more than anything, just slowing the momentum down and let everybody kind of get their bearings underneath him here. As it's been an odd schedule for the Vancouver Stealth, to say the least, fellas, as you know, the last home game played here was on February 8th, if you can believe it or not, and then a 2-week break, and then a game, and then another week break. So pretty tough to get yourself in a rhythm when you're taking that much time off, Kevin.
Well, it is, and sometimes your fitness can take a bit of a beating, your game fitness in that kind of a time off. So it's a slow start. Teams come back on Calgary many times, so I don't think there's reason to panic, but you do have to dig in and get a goal or two.
Not dressed here for the Stealth. We mentioned Ilya Gaich, Chris Wardell also scratched, and Mike Carnegie and Travis Cornwall, your scratches for the Roughnecks. And the Riggers in possession here with 15 on the shot clock. It's Curtis Dixon. Sling it across. And now Schattler across the top. Check it. It's Veltman down to the crease. Here's Schattler. Look, 5-hole on Roik. And he made the stop. Now Molesky up with a loose ball as he tries to work past Dixon. And gets across the timeline. Still going as Molesky. Finds Reese Dutch. And on comes Digby. Salt will make a change. Lincoln already out there. And here comes Ratcliffe. Now Digby across the top. Shot on the run was a good one, but a save from Poulin, and now we got a penalty. And it's going to go against Vancouver.
They go against Reese Dutch in the offensive zone.
2-on-1 back the other way. Here's Snyder, and he scores.
We'll wipe another one out, the second 6-on-5 goal. And Vancouver needs to stop this run, or this could be an ugly, ugly one tonight.
And Calgary, when the ball goes down on the turnover, the officials are blowing it right away. Guys got to react. As soon as the ball goes down, if there's a player in the vicinity, they're starting to play. So guys have to react and react back if that's the case.
Guys behind the scenes a little bit. After that goal, Roik, see if we can pick it up on the camera here, but he gave a chop to Jeff Snyder, and Dixon just came down to the crease and had some words for Matt Roik. They didn't like that.
So Richards is out. Still got the bucket on down there. As they get set at center once again here, 2:52 to go in the quarter. And now we got a flag coming in, and I think we're going to get a challenge here from Chris Hall. As he just got that out in the 20 seconds. As now Richardson and Snyder come nose to nose. But we'll get a review of this last goal or non-goal here from Jeff Schattler. As he was pretty close to that crease, fellas. We'll have another look at it here.
Yeah, and even if at 6-0 right now, this might just be a timeout ploy for the Vancouver Stealth. You know, you got another quarter to play with, but you don't know what's going to happen later on this game. You might need that timeout, and they're going to use this as a sort of regroup and talk this one over, as Hall and Dan Pro are both crowded around their team, giving it to them right now.
And of course, the trade deadline and the roster freeze have come and gone as well, fellas, and there's no more moves to make for any team. As you see the replay here, and foot on the line. Now, is that foot on the line before the ball goes in? Yes, indeed it is. From the overhead angle, it definitely looks like that foot is touching the white line there. And maybe we can get the down low look here, fellas, if we can, to see if that foot is actually planted. As I think Roik got a piece, Kevin. It didn't go in cleanly, and that might just be the saving grace here.
Yeah, it went off his right shoulder and into the near side.
This will be the angle. Wind it back here.
That's after the bump from Roik.
So you at home are seeing the exact same views that we are seeing here at the Langley Event Center. And, well, we got a minute. If you'd like to be interactive during the webcast, folks, here on the Lacrosse Network, you can do so via Twitter. At twitter.com/PXP, the number 4 sports. PXP for sports is where you'll find me. As foot down there, ball not in yet.
That one might get called back, actually.
That is tough. I mean, it's amazing how close these calls are every single time here.
Yeah, it really is. And it's all split-second timing, right? I think they're also looking at who passed the ball on the other side. Was it Jeff Schattler? He was kind of close to the crease as well.
That's a good point there, is nobody can be in that crease when that ball crosses the line. And maybe on the back door, Schattler could be in as well.
And the call?
No goal.
No goal.
And that might just be the turning point here for Vancouver. Let's see.
Yeah, and they just killed about, what was that, a minute, 90 seconds or so? They still got to sit down and regroup and strategize and try to turn this thing around. And it's not going to be by being chippy and being aggressive. They got to play a clean game and get some shots on Mike Poulin. He's been a hot goaltender so far this season, but You got to just get some rubber on the guy.
Tyler Richards will come back into the game as Wright goes back to the bench. And Reese Dutch will come over to the penalty boxes. It almost seems lost in the whole thing, but Reese Dutch actually had a delayed call on that goal.
Well, I think you probably still have to keep them honest, and you got to work on the man short and taking the goal off.
So back underway we go. As the Roughnecks will get the man advantage set up.
Beer's back out there. That's a good sign for Vancouver.
Here's Dixon from the outside. Skips one across. Overhand shot. Shoulder save. Loose ball bounce around. Picked up by Molesky. He wants to run. Gets across center. He's got Dixon back. Big fake Molesky. Backhand shot. Not a close attempt there from Mount. And now he'll have to hustle back, as that one came shorthanded.
T. Rich back in the post now.
So it's Evans, Dixon. Now here's Doby from the inside. He missed the target, as Veltman will gather in a ball with 15 on the shot clock. Curtis Dixon from the shooter. Make it 10. Here's Veltman stepping in, and he ripped it wide. Ball bouncing around. Molesky had a crack at it. Beers will come up with it. Check it, it's Curtis Hodgson. He's with Mike Grimes. Here's Grimes. Sub shot just missed. As the Stealth going for it shorthanded here, but they're not forcing Poulin to make saves. Under 2 minutes we go in the quarter. 1:40 to be exact now. 18 on the shot clock as the Roughnecks will get the man advantage set back up. Veltman from the point. Doby around a screen. Feeds Evans. Looks into the middle. It's Schaller. Tried the quick stick. Comes to Dixon with a backhand shot. That one blocked. Salt down with the loose ball, and he's off to the races. Wants to run with Grimes. Has numbers, and Grimes peels off. Had transition numbers there, did Mike Grimes. I don't think he recognized it.
Yeah, I think he recognized as he's walking to the bench now, sort of shaking his head at himself.
Cliff Smith to Lewis Ratcliffe. 20 seconds to kill off here. Shot clock down to 10. Smith got tripped up by Manning, no call. Throws the ball towards the goal, and it's turned over. Dutch up and standing here, 2 seconds to go. And Dutch will come back onto the floor here as we go into the final minute. So they kill that off. Here's Evans down low, 15 on the shot clock. As he works against Molesky, and a shot from the outside beats Richards by Veltman. It's 6-0 now.
Reese Dutch got stuck on defense there. He didn't jump out on the shooter. These guys got deadly shooters out there, 4, 5, 6 at a time they can have out there when the power plays, and you got to get out on them.
Yeah, Veltman just waited, and Tyler Richards eventually bit down and took a knee, and that's when Veltman went far side high.
That's just too much time and space there for a good outside shooter in Veltman. You got to close the gap. Get on his hands. Make contact. And the Roughnecks come up with possession here, about a 3, maybe 4 second differential between game clock and shot clock. As Calgary leading Vancouver 6-0 here, and not a whole lot of life in this building right now. That's a good crowd on hand too. Not a whole lot to cheer about that right now. 14 shots apiece, but here's Dixon with 1 on the clock, gets a shot off, and he'll get the reset. Just 2 on the game clock now. As Dixon took a late shot there from Grimes, he's slow to pick himself up. As quarter number 1 comes to an end. All Calgary in that opening 15. They lead the Stealth 6-0. We'll be back with second quarter action after this. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network.
We got our save on shuffle, Bill. Very simple. 10,000 save on more points up for grabs. Yeah, take your time. We're only doing a game. No, just take your time. We're ready? Okay, we're back on, Joel. Here we go. I'm trying to throw you off there. 10,000 save on more points. You got to follow the card with the points, all right? Fans, you got to help them out here. There it is, under C. Keep your eye on it, Joel. Here we go. Little sneak peek there. Keep following it, Joel. Here we go. Keep following her. Last sneak peek there, Joel. Keep on it. All right, fans, help them out. What do we think, Joel? Joel says B. Show me B. 10,000 more points going to Joel. Attaboy. Get some groceries with that. Back to some more Stealth action. Come on, fans. We got to bring our boys home here.
Down here with head coach Chris Hall. CH, obviously not the start you guys wanted. You got 14 shots though, same as them. Is it just a matter of turning them into quality chances?
Well, I would certainly hope so. We had some good chances, but we made mistakes on defense and gave an early lead. Took 2 penalties on offense. Things we talked about, can't do. Got to turn that around.
Welcome home.
Thanks.
All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back. Fans, NLL Radio offers the best online radio coverage of the National Lacrosse League. Listen on your smartphone. Just download the popular TuneIn Radio app and find NLL Radio. Hear the latest episode of every show anytime on your phone, including your very own Stealth Classified. For more information, visit NLL.com/radio. Well, guys, 6-0 after 15 minutes of play, and I mean, this is a situation here, Kevin, where you can't feel sorry for yourself. Nobody's going to dig this thing out of it for you. You got to do it yourself here.
Oh no, you put yourself in the hole, and I was always a firm believer if they got 6 goals in a period, there's no reason that you can't either. So you just get out, and you just work your tail off.
And again, the Roughnecks come up with possession off the face-off, and Snyder dominating that department right now, as he often does. Dixon from out high steps in, feet in behind the goal. It's Evans, comes out his weak side here. A shovel shot just missed on the far side, as that almost found the top corner on Richards. Ball down in behind the goal now. Richards reaches out for it, can't come up with it, but a shot clock violation here on Calgary, and that's the way to start a quarter, a shot clock violation there on the Roughnecks.
They really need the first goal here too, guys, to quell this run. It's this whole NLL this season seems to be a team that wins a game goes on like a 7-8 goal run at some point in that game, and sometimes it's just a bit too much. So, let's shut this thing down here at 6.
Here's Buck-Two as he works one-on-one against Reinhold. Feet across to Lincoln, was picked off easily by McFedrich. He's got Reinhold up ahead as Reinhold almost went down. This is where he plays his summer with the Langley Thunder. Feet across. Step around Dixon, scores.
Patented Dixon, come around the top, sidearm, low to high.
And we get
7-0.
And serious mismatches out there on D. I think we need to lock off Dixon. He's a strong guy, just deny him the ball. I mean, we talked about it earlier, right? He's on fire out there, so just deny him the ball. And he's strong.
And Richards making the slow walk out of the goal again here. I think Matt Royk is going to come back into this game, as Curtis Dixon has just had his number. He's had a lot of goalies' numbers so far this season, Kevin.
Yeah, he has. That guy's a great shooter. There's no doubt about it. And he can score from anywhere. He can score from in front. He can score from long. He can score from on top of the crease. He can score from behind the net. So it's just somebody you got to pay extremely special attention to.
On BC Lacrosse Night, the former Port Coquitlam Saint in Dixon, his first time playing an NLL game at home here in Vancouver.
Spent time with the junior bellies as well, did Curtis Dixon. And another violation on the face-off, this time on Richardson. It'll be Calgary ball. Not a huge fan of the staged fight, Kevin, but if there was ever a time, it would be right now.
Yeah,
but you're probably not going to find a roughneck to dance with at this point.
Well, you just need to just play aggressive. You can't let them have their way. So whatever it takes to change it a little bit, you just got to go out and make it happen.
Here's Digby, out high, race Dutch. Can the Stealth stop the bleeding here? Digby into a double team. Spins off one man, spins off another. Goes down low, Cliff Smith. He'll come across the top. Got a good pick there from Ratcliffe. Feet across. Ratcliffe over the top. Save from Poulin.
That's a good shot by Lewis Ratcliffe. No problem there. And shot clock winding down. He fired one, tried to go to his patented, 5-hole area. And Poulin, tough save to make, but he stopped it.
I mean, the shots are only 16-13 here. Just the Stealth, haven't managed to find the back of the goal, and the Roughnecks have done it 7 times here. There's Evans all the way to the front of that. Dixon with a quick shot and a save from Wright. And Cree will scoop up a loose ball. Bradley Cree out of Orangeville, Ontario.
I'd like to see the Stealth get the ball a little bit deeper, take it behind a little bit, get the defense packed in a little.
There's Ratcliffe.
Kind of jamming up the front.
Spin down low. They got it low now. Here's Digby from the top. Lowers in the shoulder. Flip to Bucktooth and a moving pick on the Stealth. And here goes Tor Reinhold off to the races.
Bucktooth's got to watch out there. He just gave a shot right in the face of McRae. And that would have been his second penalty.
Reinhold will slow things up and give it off to Dane Joby as we have 12 minutes to go in this first half. And right now, the Stealth have gone 18 minutes without scoring a goal. Feed inside, Dinsdale, reaching shot, just missed. Now numbers here for the Stealth that they want to push. Calgary looked like they were early off the bench. Long shot from Beers and a stop from Poulin. And that one comes all the way back down the floor here to Jeff Molesky.
That's a good percentage shot, though. The last couple of transitions, Molesky went behind the back, Grimes went sidearm. Sometimes you just got to dumb it down. A nice overhand shot can work.
There's Reese Dutch. Lewis Ratcliffe, Cliff Smith now. Drive low. Lincoln sets a screen on him. Still Smith. Over the top shot, and he bounced it wide. That one will stay in play just barely. Digby can't come up with it. Now Jeff Snyder trying to race it away. Here comes Garrison. Hard check on him. Snyder rips one. And a kick save there from Roik. Can Roik hold the forward here? And Dixon has it now. Out for Toby. Out wide for Veltman as he plays it quickly to Reinhold, who's out for a shift on offense. Out of the corner, Evans. Reinhold through the middle, can bring in the pass. Now Veltman's got it off the board. 6 on the shot clock here for Doby. 1-on-1 is Dutch back on defense once again. Doby wants to exploit it. 1-on-1. Backhand shot there. Sneaky shot from Doby. And a good stop from Riker. We've seen Doby score a number of times like that this season. Here's Dutchie.
Nice D-shift for Dutchie, sticking with Doby like that. It's a tough guy to check.
And Dutch just lost the ball. As now Digby grabs a handful of jersey, and he got away with that. Now McCray back with speed. Feed inside. It's Evans as he runs into a hard check there. Beers with a wild shot. And turnover back the other way. Greg Harnett. Dinsdale now. Under 10 we go. So both teams have not found the net here for a while, but it's still Vancouver trailing 7-0. Here's Dixon. Hard feed inside. Dinsdale was open on the slip pick. Now Schattler with 6 on the shot clock. Feed inside. Dixon can bring in the pass. And Grimes will try and break out. Smith to Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe with a shot there, and that one got through the legs of Poulin and out of bounds. And they're going to say it's going to be Calgary ball, but not before we go to timeout. 7-0 Roughnecks over the Stealth. We're back with more NLL action right here on the Lacrosse Network right after this.
You gotta see out there, give your big smile. The pearly whites, we're looking to find the nice smile. Where is she? She's right here. What's your name? Sherry. Sherry, you're the Willowbrook Dental Smile of the game. We got a lot of beautiful things in there for you. Give it up for Sherry, our Willowbrook Smile of the game. Look at those beautiful teeth. Atta girl, Sherry. Back to some more Stealth action.
Thanks for Stealth Langley Event Center. Would like to send out some special birthday wishes tonight. Happy 11th birthday to Charlotte Clark. Happy 16th.
All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back. Fans, don't forget, the best way to get ready for the weekend's action is by watching NLL Live. Every Thursday night on the Lacrosse Network. Catch the show live at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific, or on demand at any time. At home, the Lacrosse Network, youtube.com/TLN. As we welcome you back, Jake Kelly, Brad Challoner, Kevin Alexander with you. Second quarter action, the Roughnecks lead at 7-0, and we'll have possession here. As there hasn't been a whole lot of inside play here from the Stealth on offense so far, Kevin.
No, there hasn't, and the middle's starting to open up a little bit. They're getting the ball a little bit deeper now, but the offside or the guys without the ball got to do a little bit more work to free themselves up. Don't clog the middle, but you need to set the little picks and rolls into the middle, and actually when they are open, guys got to see them.
So here we go, Roughnecks bring it forward. Evans, backdoor cut. Here's Dixon. Good save there from Roik as he came sliding across. As Dixon loves that reaching far side shot. But the set play there as Dixon beat his man backdoor cleanly. And now it's a 3-on-2 here for the Stealth if they want to push. Reese Dutch down low, driving. Where is it? Pulling down, makes the stop, and the ball on behind the goal here. As that about as close as the Stealth have come here so far.
Now the dribble through the crease, and from my angle here from the bench, that looked like it trickled into the net. You can hear some gasps here from the bench to my right, but no doing so far.
Down low, Evans. Up top, Shatler. Pick from Doby. He slips to the middle. Doby floats one. They're not sure if Wright got a piece. They say he did as Cree up at the loose ball. Got Salt up ahead. Pitchell hard to the bench. Roughnecks back on defense this time, so they'll set up the offense. Here comes Ratcliffe off the bench. He's got a lane. Quick shot there. And Poulin makes the stop. Didn't know much about it, but kept it out.
Yeah, I think they got to start bringing the shots up a little bit. Poulin's starting to go down a little bit.
As Reinhold will slow things up here as we hit the 8-minute mark to go. There's Garrison. Pressures McIntosh. As he's out for a shift on offense. You don't see McIntosh out there very often. Brother Ben will star in the National Lacrosse League before too long. Sure he's tuned in here tonight on the Tewaaraton Watch. Dixon, former Tewaaraton Watch himself there. Delaware. Long outside shot clock violation on the Roughnecks that time. As here comes Brad Richardson. And these are the times when you really miss your captain, Kyle Sorensen, in a game like this, Kevin. You know, you're down 7-0 and probably need to settle things down on that bench a little bit. And kind of the time you look to the captain to make a big play for you.
Well, you do, and plus the leadership too, right? That's one of those intangibles you can't put your finger on.
Yeah, one of the best in the game for sure is Kyle Sorensen. And you just can't replace somebody like that. So hopefully Surrey gets back before the season is all said and done, along with Chris O'Doherty. Yes, it's just been a bit of a strange year here for the Stealth, and again, you don't want to keep harping on that one, but here comes Shatler, and he's to the goal and puts one home.
And this is what the Stealth have to avoid. If it gets out of control, don't make it get even more out of control and spiral away like a tsunami, because he takes any more penalties on this Roughnecks team, and this one could be over in a hurry. It's already 8-0, 6:52 to go in the first half, and there might be some penalties after the play here, because you know when the score is up like this, Evans, Doby, they're going to get in the face of the defenders. They're going to rub it in a little bit and pour some salt on the wounds, and the Stealth can't let that sting.
Well, I was just about to say, Kevin, going back to that Edmonton Rush game here at the Langley Event Center, that big lead at halftime, unable to seal the deal on that one, and we've seen what the Rush have done since then, but you know, that's kind of where things started to go sideways a little bit for the Stealth this season.
Well, it is, and the big difficulty has been putting the ball in the net. Like we look at the shots, they're getting away a little bit here, 5-shot differential, but 8-goal differential is a lot. And the Calgary shots are a little bit better quality, but you know, their shooters are putting the ball in the net.
Stalemate in the small circle here as Richardson and Snyder battle away. Finally a whistle goes, and it'll be Vancouver ball. No, they're going to give it to Calgary. And Snyder just threw it away. Long feet up ahead to Nick Weiss. Off the bench quickly comes Lincoln. He's in the middle. Ball goes right through for Justin Salt. He's double teamed in the corner. The ball comes free. Lincoln picks it up. Feet up high to Beers. Here's Weiss. 10 on the shot clock for Nick Weiss. Drives low. Here comes Weiss in hard on the goaltender. And now McRae gives him a shot as they go nose to nose. And it looks like both will make a change. Yeah, I don't know, Kevin. If I'm Nick Weiss right there, I grab Dan McRae and say it's go time.
I'm kind of thinking that myself, and Nick can do that.
Yes, he can. Leon for Evans. Hard feet across. Doby with a wild shot there. Ball comes right into the stick of Evans. Feed down to the crease. Dinsdale bobbled it. And Crete will pick it up. 5:35 here to go second quarter. It's 8-0 Calgary. Cliff Smith. Down low, Ratcliffe. A little face dodge there on McBride. Feet out high to Digby. Had room. Now Dutch with 10. Here's Reese Dutch across the top. Stops up. Calgary just all over Dutch right now because they know he's the go-to guy. Here's Digby down low, powering his way. Gets to the net. Gets a shot off. And Poulin made the stop. Ball right back to Reese Dutch here. Feed down low. Here's Digby. Right into the middle, out to Smith. Quick pass down alone to Garrison, and he's robbed by Poulin on the doorstep.
Takes away his birthday present right there, as Gary thought that one was going in. But guys, you watch the way that this Roughnecks defense plays. They know the lefties are hurting. They're playing 3 or 4 players on the right side of the floor to take the shots away from Dutch and Digby. Ratcliffe and Lincoln are left wide open, but they're not getting the ball, and Calgary doesn't really care because they're not shooting that well.
Bad angle shot there from Evans, stopped by Roy. Molesky up with the loose ball as he outlets to Beers. Matt Beers across the timeline as we go under 5 minutes to play here in the opening half. And Lewis Ratcliffe on the run. Steps in, fires off the post. And they're going to call it a goal.
All right, I'll take it.
Well, we might see some linen on this one.
I think that was off inside bottom bar down there. In and out quickly. Malowski reaching for the challenge flag here.
Snyder's throwing for one too. He was the closest Roughneck player to the goal, and nothing showing on the Jumbotron. He had 20 seconds ticking away.
They're not going to show that replay until, and I don't think Malowski is going to use his challenge flag up 8-0 here, make it 8-1 now.
No, he doesn't seem too concerned.
No, play on. So Ratcliffe gets the stealth on the board here. 8-1 now. As it took a while. Just over 25 minutes to be exact. Evans trying to work around Salt here. Here comes Dinsdale with a hard pick. Evans flips it out. Dinsdale. Good help there from Matt Beers. That's better. And now a loose ball up for grabs. Picked up by Justin Salt.
We all remember that goal celebration earlier this year when Curtis Dixon threw the monkey off his back. I think Lewis Ratcliffe feels the same way right now.
Timeout coming at the next stoppage. Here's Reese Dutch. Feed to Ratcliffe on the run. Can he do it again? Across the top comes Ratcliffe. Feed down to Digby. Had his stick checked away, and Poulin secures the ball. They'll feed it up ahead to Snyder. 23-19 your shots on goal with 3:15 here to go second quarter. As Jeff Shatler with that familiar dangle down low. On comes Evans. Gets around Cree. Still Evans. Sub shot off the base of the post and stayed out. And bounces right into the Roughneck bench. It'll be Calgary ball when we come back. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network.
All right, kids, welcome back to the floor. The Bombshells.
Welcome back, lacrosse fans, inside the Langley Event Center. Jake Elliott, Brad Schellner, the Hall of Famer Kevin Alexander with you. Fans, don't forget the best way to enjoy the great moments of the National Lacrosse League weekend is to catch the top 10 plays exclusively from the Lacrosse Network every Tuesday following the weekend's action. Visit youtube.com/TLN to see if your favorite play made the cut as we're back underway here in the final 3 minutes of the opening half. The Roughnecks lead at 8-1 as Lewis Ratcliffe has finally stopped the bleeding here. And Reich has been good since coming into this game. Here's Molesky as he brings down a loose ball. He's got a man up ahead. Matt Beers, as Garrison wants to fill the lane. Here comes Beers off the bench. Feeds Ratcliffe on the run. Shot low and a save from Poulin. I don't mind the take there from Ratcliffe one bit. Here comes McRae back quickly though, but transition the other way. Dixon, faking, save, Roig. And a loose ball squirts out of the crease.
Yeah, that looked like it was going in, but Rourke does a good spinorama to knock that thing away from the goal line and keep it out, keep it 8-1.
And Dixon comes up with the loose ball as he's got Pitchell draped on him and can't save it across the timeline. This will be back over here on the Stealth. This Ratcliffe quickly off the bench will go scoop up the loose ball.
Well, balance of plays a little bit better in the last 5 or 7 minutes. I think the Stealth are starting to kind of get their game together a little bit here on Old.
There's Ratcliffe to Lincoln, and Ratcliffe just looks like he's got a little pep in his step now. There's Raddick. Feed Bucktooth. Hard cannon there, just missed. As Bucktooth stepped into that one, but just missed the target.
Yeah, probably too hard.
Yeah, didn't need that much heat.
Yeah. You need to pick your spot. I mean, there's lots of spots there behind him, and I've never seen one that actually went through a goalie.
Not even from yourself?
Maybe a couple of times.
Come on.
Here's Dixon. Now Dobie can't handle the pass as it bounced off the turf. Matt Beers scoops it up, and now he throws one away here. As can the Stealth come up with this one? As Salt will battle Dixon in the corner. Garrison joins in. Ball goes right into the crease of Poulin, and that's just sloppy on both ends.
Yeah.
You're looking for a back in? I don't think so. Minute and 20 here to go. Evans working with Dixon on that far side. Here comes the pressure from Beers. 8 on the shot clock. Dinsdale will set the high post. Out high is Evans. Pass for Schattler was out of the reach. He's got her off the boards. Just 1 on the shot clock now for Schattler. And good defense there from Nick Weiss. Quick whistle from LeBranche. As Weiss will wait for the offense to get out here as we go into the final minute. A goal here would be huge. And they need it in the worst way. There's Reese Dutch. Here's Ratcliffe. Will stop and go. Switch his hands. Step back. Now he's going to fire. Look, 5-hole. Bucktooth. Oh, dip and dunk scores. What a shot there from Bucktooth. As he makes it 8-2.
Real nice play by Brett Bucktooth. Just picked up the rebound. Like Brad said earlier, those second chances are always so big in these games. It keeps you on offense. It keeps the defense out. And Brett just picked it up, made a nice move, and put it behind.
Not exactly sure what they're challenging here, but the Roughnecks have challenged this goal.
Yeah, I think Malosky knows he's got one challenge for the half, and Bucktooth maybe close to see how good his footwork was right on the doorstep there as he was sort of falling and sprawling. Maybe he dragged the toe in. I think that's what they're going to try to look at. You got the flag, 38 seconds left, why not?
Look good to me, but we shall see. As the patience there, really, I mean, maybe that's the secret, Kevin, is throw a fake or two at Poulin. The straight-on shots with no fakes, he's stopping rather easily, but if you can get him moving with a couple of pumps, he really bit hard on that Bucktooth fake, as you'll see it here as the shot from Ratcliffe comes in. Nice little chop there from Bucktooth, way out of the crease there, and sells out Poulin, and then puts it in. We need the reverse angle.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's in the air. I think that's good to go.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yes,
well, that's
the toes. We need to see the toes. We need another angle to get the definitive look. As there it is there, fellas. Nice work.
This is the one.
As you'd like to just see it run at full speed there if we can get it.
But that's the key. As a shooter, you always would like to make the goalie commit first, and he committed first on that one. There was no doubt.
And that should count there from Bucktooth. That's the look we're looking for right there. It should be a pretty quick review as LeBron steps out. Here's the signal. Goal. It's 8-2.
Nice knowledgeable fan base here tonight as they were applauding that one. They knew the call was going to be a goal before the referee said yes, it was for sure. A pretty good looking house. They've been lacrosse deprived since February 8th. But nice to see the support for the Vancouver Stealth.
So 38 seconds to go here now, and Calgary putting players down deep as Garrison and Snyder face off. As Gary working hard trying to clamp the wrist. Snyder on top of it now as he tries to drag it out. It's trapped underneath the stick. Now it pops free. Manning played it into the Stealth bench. It should be Vancouver ball. Do they want timeout now? And yes, they do, as Chris Hall will call timeout. And if they can get one here, Kevin Alexander, I mean, the momentum would definitely be going Vancouver's way.
Well, that's right. And you can only get them one at a time anyway, so smart play here. You got to play smart. You don't want to give give the Roughnecks another chance to get a shot. So you're going to run the clock down, but you're still looking for that high-quality 6-on-5 shot.
So timeout Vancouver's, after being down 8-0, have pushed back rather nicely here. 25-22, your shots on goal. But I mean, you couldn't ask for a more horrific start if you're Vancouver, but have really seemed to kind of settle themselves down here over the last 15 minutes or so, Kevin, and got themselves back into this game physically and mentally. Now they just have to do it on the scoreboard.
Well, that's right. And we both know all too well in this game, 6 goals isn't a whole lot with 30 minutes left in the game. But like we said, you can only get them one at a time, and now's a great opportunity. You got what amounts to a power play, a 6-on-5 scenario. So if they can kind of put one behind Poole in here, I'm sure the guys will feel a whole lot better about themselves.
So it's Dutch, Ratcliffe, Bucktooth, Digby, Lincoln, and Cliff Smith, your 6-man unit out there as they'll let the clock wind here. Shot clock off, Digby in the middle, as he takes a chop and a whack there from Snyder and Harnett. Down to 10 seconds now. Counter down, here we go. 8, 7, here comes the play. Smith to Ratcliffe, down to 5, 4. Here's Bucktooth from the outside, trying to get a shot off. Drives to the goal, lost the ball. And that'll do it for half number 1. It was 8-0 Calgary. The Stealth Dancer back with a couple. And it's a 6-goal lead here for the Roughnecks after 30 minutes of play. As your shots on goal, 25-22 after 2 quarters, as we'll send it down to floor level here. And Brad Challoner is still trying to wrangle up a Stealth player before we get out of here. But bodies coming together here at the end of the half, as well as the two teams look like they'll separate and head to the locker room here at halftime. Let's send it down to Brad Challoner.
Let's go back to the floor with Brad Chandler. Brad.
Thanks, guys. Down here, defender Mike Grimes, assistant captain for the Vancouver Stealth. Grimes are 8-0 lead. You guys finally stopped the bleeding. What's it going to take to get 6 in the next little bit here?
I don't know. Poole is playing pretty well tonight, and I don't know. We're going to have to find a way to get to him, and the shots are hitting him right now, and we've got to find a way to get it by him.
Looks like you guys are running transition pretty well. Do you have the go-ahead to take shots when you're up there?
Yeah, I mean, we've always had the green light here, and I mean, we probably got away with a few that weren't great shots, but we got to keep working on our transition and try to get to Poole in that way.
Always a gritty game when the Calgary Roughnecks are in town. Do you expect more of the same, or do you guys got to tone it down a little bit?
Yeah, we try to play a tough game. We play against these guys, but they're a tough team too, and every time we match up against these guys, they're usually pretty exciting games, so hopefully we can get back in this one in the third and make it a little more exciting for the fourth.
Welcome back home.
Thanks.
There was Brad Challoner with Mike Grimes. We'll take you to halftime here at the Langley Event Center. Right now, fans, we want to invite you to stay with us for a look around the league, plus the top 10 plays from last week as well. Stay with us.
Here's Capito, scores!
And that's absolutely not what you really wanted to happen.
Dan Dawson goal from the slot behind the back pass to Point. Already 2 goals on the day and making the hat trick for the score. Bounce shot from outside, Greg Point.
They've got a great mix of, the Dan Dawsons and the Coach Jamesons and the Joe Walters.
Man, not known for Crawford trying to drive to the front. Frees up some space, goes right to the goal and scores! Kirk screws it in! By Dinsdale to win the faceoff against an always tough Thompson. Now a breakaway, he scores!
Anderson
the cutter right out front. They score. Toronto has won it in overtime, 9-8.
He whips over to Dave Smith. Smith right over to Terrace. He scores.
Behind the back, it's Logan Schuss putting Minnesota on the board. Oh, a beauty from Schuss.
Support the National Lacrosse League and show the world you're a fan with team merchandise from the National Lacrosse League official online store, shop.nll.com. You'll find a great selection of National Lacrosse League team items, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, accessories, and more. You'll also find great customer service, 365-day hassle.
Hey lacrosse fans, welcome to halftime here at the Langley Event Center as our Hall of Fame panel continues, and now I'm joined by another Hall of Famer, Dave Durante. Your nickname, they call you the Dude. I've always wondered where that came from.
My first year of senior lacrosse with the Coquitlam Roughnecks, our goalie Dave Wedlock came up with it. I used to dress somewhat dapperly, I guess, in some people's minds. He decided that was an appropriate nickname for me, and it's stuck ever since.
Well, you went on to star with the New Westminster Sandbellers, of course, winning 5 Mann Cups, appearing in 10, believe it or not, and also a Minto Cup and a World Championship in there as well. And just off camera, you were telling me you used to be one of the only guys in Canada, I believe, with all 3 titles under your belt.
Yeah, in fact, I won a Pro League title in 1975 in Quebec, so up until 2006 when the boys finally came home with the gold, I was the only guy in Canada that had won all 4 of them. So kind of a nice thing, but that's long gone, and I'm glad to see that the Canadian guys have won 2 in a row, so that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you went into the Hall of Fame back in 1997, I believe, and let's talk about what you've been doing since then. What are you doing with your free time now that the game of lacrosse has kind of passed you by, if you will? Are you still involved with the game at any kind of level?
No, I was. At one time, I coached the Burrards for 3 years and was coach and general manager. Took them out to Surrey, and then when they moved to Maple Ridge, I decided that I'd had enough. And then in 2000, I came back and I helped the Langley team here when they moved up to Kelowna. I was assistant coach up there for 2 years, and when they moved back, they asked me to try and take on a little more responsibility, but my job just didn't allow for me to do it, so I had to give it up, and that's kind of my end swan song to lacrosse.
Well, the product you see out on the floor now, this is something I always like to ask the Hall of Famers, is from the game that you played, you were a two-way player. What you see now, what is the biggest difference between the pro game now and maybe during your playing days?
Obviously the offense and defense. The big thing that I find is that it becomes a very predictable game, and I think it's actually easier to defend because there's not so much spontaneity in the game. There's no loose balls and turnovers. There's a lot more of a controlled atmosphere in the game. So it makes it a little bit harder from the offensive standpoint, but I also think that from a defensive perspective, when I played with the wood sticks, if you got chopped or you got cross-checked, you really felt it.
Yeah, a little different back then for sure, Dave. We got to wrap things up and get back to second half action. I really appreciate you coming back up here. It's great to see you again, and enjoy the second half as well as you here at the Langley Event Center. Let's get back to some lacrosse action.
Thank you.
All right, Mikey.
Support the National Lacrosse League and show the world you're a fan with team merchandise from the National Lacrosse League official online store, shop.nll.com. You'll find a great selection of National Lacrosse League team items, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, accessories, and more. You'll also find great customer service, 365-day hassle-free returns, and fast shipping. So show the world you support the National Lacrosse League with official gear from shop.nll.com. Support the National Lacrosse League and show the world you're a fan with team merchandise.
Evans flip pass. Here's a shot. Dixon into the net. Scores! Curtis Dixon again. It's 11-10 Calgary.
Want more great NLL action? Subscribe to the Lacrosse Network on your computer, tablet, or mobile device for access to all the games, live on YouTube. Get highlight reels, interactive player interviews, and behind-the-scenes coverage on all your favorite teams. YouTube.com/TLN. Subscribe today.
Welcome to NLL Halftime. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Walls of the Lacrosse Network. We'll get you back to your game in just a few minutes. But right now, let's take a quick look at the leaders and standings as we head into this week's action. Week 13 of the 2014 NLL season. Our featured game this week in Week 12 was the Toronto Rock heading to the Xcel Energy Center to face the Minnesota Swarm in a crucial Eastern Division matchup. Toronto went on a 5-0 run in the first quarter. Toronto seemed to be in full control, leading 7-4 at the half. However, Minnesota would close out the game with a 4-0 run that got the Crazies going at the Xcel Energy Center as we were tied 8-8 going into overtime. It would prove to be too little too late, however, as Colin Doyle scores at a minute 34 into overtime and the Rock hang on to defeat the feisty Swarm 9-8. Elsewhere in the NLL in Week 12, we had the Rochester Nighthawks defeating the Toronto Rock up at Air Canada Center by a score of 17-12. Toronto led at halftime, but Rochester's second half 12-3 run helped cap off the game for the K-Hawks. Also, Buffalo defeated the Colorado Mammoth on their home floor, keeping their lead in the Eastern Division by a final score of 12-9. The Edmonton Rush moved to 10-0, and they clinched the first playoff spot in the 2014 season as they win the Battle of Alberta against the Calgary Roughnecks 15-7. Finally, the Rochester Nighthawks completed their weekend sweep, defeating the Philadelphia Wings at the Wells Fargo Center 11-7. So what does this mean for the NLL standings heading into this week? Well, let's take a look. First in the NLL Eastern Division, the Buffalo Bandits find themselves in a tie for first place of Rochester. Buffalo sits at 8-2 with 2 games this weekend, Friday night against the undefeated Edmonton Rush and Sunday at the Minnesota Swarm. Rochester, however, takes the weekend off, settling for a tie right now in first place with a record of 9-3. Toronto has a record of 5-7 but sits comfortably in third place in that last playoff spot in the East with a crucial division matchup against the Wings on Saturday. Speaking of the Philadelphia Wings, they sit with a record of 3-9 and currently on the outside looking in, 6 games back of first, with only the Minnesota Swarm sitting behind them with a record of 2-9. As we move into the NLL Western Division, it's the aforementioned Edmonton Rush sitting alone on top of the NLL and the Western Division. With that perfect 10-0 record, they host the first place Buffalo Bandits in a division versus division matchup on Friday night out at the First Niagara Center. The Calgary Roughnecks sit in second place with a record of 6-5, 4.5 games back of the Rush, with a game against the Vancouver Stealth on Friday. Colorado sits in third place with the weekend off with a record of 5-8, and if the Vancouver Stealth don't win against Calgary on Friday night, their 3-8 record could turn into 3-9, and it could mean an early summertime for Vancouver lacrosse fans. That does it for NLL Halftime. Thanks for watching. Make sure to join the conversation on Twitter and let everyone know how your team is doing. We'll get you back to your game in just a moment. This is the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network.
Once again, time to take a look at the NLL on-time scoreboard. Final score for Edmonton 14.
Buffalo 5.
All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back inside the Langley Event Center here. Jake Elliott alongside, well, not alongside, Brad Challoner down the suicide boxes. Brad, not an ideal half there for the Vancouver Stealth, but I know you wanted to touch on somebody and something from your hometown in North Delta, Andrew McBride's brother.
Yeah, Andrew McBride tonight wearing a sticker on his mask with the letters CM on it. It's for his younger brother, Spencer McBride, who actually passed away in a car accident 12 years ago tonight, March 21st, 2002. And it's a rough time in Delta and the lacrosse community. Spencer was a Delta Islander growing up, a guy that I got to play alongside with, and just want to send my condolences out to the family. And, you know, I think that some horrific incident like that I think it's made Andrew McBride a professional lacrosse player. I think, you know, a chance to spark him and live his life to the fullest. And I think it shows in some of the humanitarian work that he does around Calgary. And he's a great ambassador for the sport. So my thoughts and prayers to the McBride family tonight. Absolutely. Longtime veteran in the league. Andrew McBride does marvelous things around the community of Calgary. And family heavily involved here in BC. And of course, it's BC Lacrosse Night here. Lots of minor organizations from all around the Lower Mainland here inside the Langley Event Center. And hopefully they get entertained a little more in the second half than they did in the first, as it's 8-2 Calgary as we start the second half here. Kevin Alexander, I know you had a chance to get down in the locker room in between halftime. What was the message from the head coach?
Well, get the shovels out. I mean, Stealth dug the hole or in, and there's no reason you can't get out of it. Like I said earlier, if they can get 8.5, there's no reason you can't get 8.5. And you just got to play a little bit smarter, a little bit harder. And like we said earlier, a little break here that doesn't hurt either.
Again, a few shoutouts coming in on the Twitter feed. If you want to get a hold of me, you can do so via twitter.com/PXP, the number 4 sports. As I know, Roughneck Scotty Ranger over on Vancouver Island is tuned in. Hello to Range. And back east, Paul Stewart, Gavin Proutz, former NLLer. Gotta think Gavin Prout's gonna find another job in the NLL before too long. Giving me a hard time about my glasses, mind you, so I don't know why I'm giving him a shout out. You wouldn't know fashion if it smacked you upside the head, Gavin. As the Roughnecks get possession here to start half number 2. Gotta be careful. I'm the man with the microphone here, folks. Careful what you say. As the Stealth trail by 6 as we start second half action. The Stealth have possession in the white jerseys, moving left to right. Here's Lewis Ratcliffe, 15 on the shot clock, feeds out high, Buckton. He's got it to Digby as he'll come across the top. Over the top shot there, went wide. And the Roughnecks in possession here, and a long feed out to Carson Leung. Having a strong rookie campaign as he tried to force one in there to Toby. And he couldn't bring it in, as transition has been strong here for Calgary, and that's something Vancouver is going to have to be wary of. Calgary likes to get out and run.
Yeah, they got some guys that can do it these days too. Carson Leung, a guy who I think is producing a bit above and beyond what they expected of him when he came into this league. I think he's got a bit more offensive touch. He played offense in junior, but nice added piece to the Roughnecks back end.
Tor Reinhold as well. You could probably throw in that mix for Calgary, as they added a couple of those bodies into the lineup for that reason alone. Garrett McIntosh is another.
Yeah, sandpaper guy.
Yeah, Carson had an outstanding Man Cup this year for Victoria over there.
Here's Sean Evans, a one-on-one move on Molesky, and Big Mo says, don't you try that again, as he just hammered down Evans and stripped the ball on top of that. Out to the birthday boy, Tyler Garrison. He'll leave it there for Lewis Ratcliffe across center. Nick Fredrich will turn and switch off on Lincoln. Here's Ratcliffe, bad angle, tried a shot off the helmet and bounces right for Dan McCray. Curtis Manning, Dr. Manning, up ahead to Carson Leung, quick pass, Doby!
Well, just like Brad talked about there, that's Doby coming off the bench quickly and nobody on him.
I'm surprised that he did it with the long change. We see Dane Doby do that so much in Calgary when he's got the short bench coming off the left-handed shot. But the long sprint here, but he's still able to get behind the Stealth defense and bury one. That's his league-leading 33rd of the season.
I mean, that's about the last guy you want to leave one-on-one with a goaltender this season anyway, as Doby cashes in again.
Yeah, only one goal in his last 2 leading into this one, as I had Doby on an MVP vote by me through the first 8 games, but slowed down, 1 goal in his last 2, but he's got 2 here tonight.
Hard feed across, Dinsdale brings it in, as Beers will mark up on him, former junior Adnac teammates, 20-ton Minto Cup champions, to another Minto Cup champion, Dane Toby. under Kurt Malowski as head coach in Calgary now. There's Dinsdale with a drive down low. Dixon will pop out. Backhand shot. Not a good one there from Marty, and it's way wide of the goal. A shot clock violation.
I'm sure Stealth will be happy to give that kind of shot all night long.
So it's back to a 7-goal spread here, 9-2. Lincoln through the middle was open, didn't get the ball from Ratcliffe. Here's Digby, tuck and go on Harnett. Spin back strong side, pick from Dutch. Outside shot blocked from Greg Harnett. Off the stick of Snyder. Will it stay in play? It will for Lincoln. 6 on the shot clock though for Lincoln. Hard feed up for Smith, can't handle that one. And Pete McFedrich will scoop it up.
BCLA night, Pete McFedrich, Richmond Roadrunner. Played his junior in Burnaby though, as Richmond didn't have a junior A team when he was playing.
Here's Evans one-on-one, good strip check there. Got the ball back as he feeds out high. Dinsdale, now Evans. 8 on the shot clock here for Evans, drives low on Pitchell. Flip out, Dinsdale, good save there from Reich. But Calgary comes up with the ball. Good hard cross check there from Pitchell, knocked it loose once again. And Curtis Hodgson had it stolen away by Evans. Out of the stick of Reich as Evans goes down again. Loose ball up for grabs. And Hodgson can't come out with it. As it's on the turf once again here. Now it's picked up by Grimes. They got to be close to 8 seconds here. I guess they're going to say Evans had possession of that ball though.
Second time he's picked one off from the goal there tonight, Jake.
He and Adam Jones have to lead the league in that department. Those steals in the offensive zone.
I put Logan Schuss in that category too.
Yes, you could. Here's Ratcliffe. He's got rim shot there and off the inside of the leg of Poulin and stays out. That's just kind of been the way it's going for the Stealth here tonight. Coming close, but they can't find the goal. Now Digby one-on-one here with McRae. Spin move. Digby shoots and scores. Spin move from Digby and finds the 5-hole on Poulin. It's 9-3.
Well, I think that the Stealth need more out of that out of Digger. And what they need to do is clear a little bit of space for him down there so the double can't come quite so quickly, because he's a big, strong guy, and if he can get in front of that net, he's going to put some behind the goalie.
I think if you Google power forward, Tyler Digby's picture comes up as he gets his 18th of the season. He recognized his matchup against McRae, who's got about 4, 5, 6 inches on Danny McRae, and just backed him right in the crease, turn around and buries.
Quick move on Garrison. We'll give the ball to the Roughnecks as Snyder throws it over the shoulder. It's picked off. And he's hot at the referee, saying he didn't have enough space before the whistle went. That's no excuse for that turnover, though. As Dutchie wanted the ball in the corner, didn't get it. Here's Lincoln, big fake. Smith pops out, takes the ball. Across it goes to Dutch. Down low, Digby, as he's got the smaller Harnett on him. Here's the post-up. Digby over the top shot, right into the stick of Harnett. I like the idea of trying to exploit Harnett, but here's the transition back the other way. It's McFedrich. He's got Snyder with him. And now Doby shoots off the post. Right down on his backside right now as finally he gets back to his feet.
I don't get how a guy that doesn't have the best wheels is able to get open like that. Dane Doby off the bench every time.
I'm in no position to comment on speed with anyone. Here's Dixon. As one of the best one-on-one moves in the league does Curtis Dixon possess. Here's Dinsdale, feet across Doby, shot clock winding down. Dixon from behind the goal tries to wrap around, and they're going to call it a goal. As Reich tried to keep it out, he wants the challenge flag here from Chris Hall emphatically. As he walked about 6 steps sideways there trying to keep that ball out, and I'm not sure if there was nobody in the crease by the time that ball rolled into the net, but it was about 4 feet off his moorings by the time it did, Kevin, but that's how they played in the National Lacrosse League.
Yeah, and we do have the flag. The flag did come. I thought maybe that we'd had time for a replay before the flag came up. But yeah, he may well have been in by the time the ball was called a goal. That's going to be a little bit of a discrepancy there upon when Greg Hart actually decided it was a goal.
Well, let's have a look at it here. Dixon from behind the goal. I don't think there's any question he was outside the crease when the dunk attempt from behind the net was made. As you look at the dexterity there of Superman. And now with Dixon laying in the crease here, let it run, Phyllis.
Tough tough read for us here.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to let it run here a little bit is what they need to do.
Royk's pretty confident in this save as he knew the play was coming. He got over, he hugged that post really well. He's a guy who's nerdy with his game tape, studies every shooter in the league, and he knew this move was coming from Dixon, so he's pretty comfortable that he made the stop.
So he can't see the ball there. As Dixon down in the crease now. And you'll see Royk kind of try and get up here and just move off to his right.
Yeah, realistically, he is in the crease.
Well,
it's just a matter of
let's remember the signal on the floor was a goal, though, so now they need irrefutable evidence to overturn it. As they need to let this video run a little bit longer to see when the ball actually crosses the net. Or the goal line, excuse me.
We talked earlier about Dixon's ability to score from anywhere on the floor, and he's once again showing us that out there tonight.
This will be his third if it stands.
And we still have yet to see a definitive look. This may be the best view here. And you just can't see anything in behind Royk yet.
Oh, you can't. This is a tough call.
Yeah, I got the white jersey in there. Here comes the call.
It's a goal.
Yeah, more of a, like you said, nothing to overturn it. So it stands whether it was in or not.
And I don't think we ever really did see the ball in the net as Royk was trying to move to his right there and squeeze that ball against the post.
Yeah.
Dixon laying in the crease. But by the time the ball crossed the goal line, was Dixon out of the crease? I don't think we ever did see that from the video review.
No. And in all fairness, the guy in the best position to see that was, in fact, Greg Hart.
Regardless, we'll take it back to center floor here, and it's a 7-goal lead for the Roughnecks once again, a 10-3. This time, it's Richardson on the draw against Snyder as a battle of power and forearms here between Snyder and Richardson. And they're going to save Vancouver ball here. But we will take it to timeout. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network. We're back right after this.
Sports Face of the Game.
All right, let's find you out there. Where's that face of the game? Where's that pretty face? Looking for that pretty face. Is it you? There it is, right there, the stealth man, right there. The V-man himself. Robin's face of the game.
And now on to Bob Sports Face of the Game.
All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. Jake Elliott, Brad Challoner, the Hall of Famer Kevin Alexander with you. I'd like to welcome all the Calgary Roughneck fans watching here on the Lacrosse Network tonight. The next Roughnecks home game is 1 week from tomorrow night, Saturday, March 29th, when they host the Minnesota Swarm at the Saddle Dome. Game time is 7 p.m. For tickets, visit CalgaryRoughnecks.com as Matt Reich and Greg Hart have a discussion. There's an old North Shore Indians jersey here represented on BC Lacrosse Night.
There's a few of them out there, a few different jerseys out and around here. Really good.
I want to see Surrey Rebels would be my favorite. That's not an Islanders black jersey.
Well, credit to these fans here at the Langley Event Center tonight as well, Kevin. As you know, this game hasn't gone the way of the Stealth, but these fans here tonight in Langley are still into this game and still supporting their Stealth.
And they are, and they're smart lacrosse fans. They know that there's still a ways to go in this one.
They just had the wave going. It was great.
Yes, here's Dutch from the top side. Goes to Ratcliffe. Doesn't pull the trigger. 18 on the shot clock as he stops up on Manning. Down low for Smith. The still circle up high. Dutch popped out, didn't get it. Swing across Digby. Now a drive low on Harnett. Kick out Smith. Way outside and a hard pass for Ratcliffe. Goes past everybody and McCrae steals that one. A little too much smoke on that pass there from Smitty.
Stealth kind of get the ball worked a little bit inside where they want it, and they kicked it out and way out too far.
8.5 here to go, third quarter. There's Dixon one-on-one. Evans will join him. On comes Veltman, so 3 lefts and 2 rights out here. 10 on the shot clock now. Evans, feet across, step back shot there from Veltman. Good stump there from Royk. Cree up with the loose ball as he takes it to center. And he's stripped there from Dixon with a good wrap check. As Cree continues on after the loose ball and gets buried in the corner, he'll draw a minor interference call. Rookie kind of ran himself into trouble there, but gets the call. And the Stealth will get the ball. Here's Smith down low. He's going to take it to the rack. Pops out, Lincoln inside. Smith one-handed. Feet across Digby with some rim. Skip past Lincoln, tried the quick stick, and pass never got through.
Right idea, though.
I think that look is theirs. Here comes Dobie again as the Stealth slow back in transition one more time. And now Pitchell just hammers down Carson Leon. As Pitch has done that a number of times here tonight, he's got a cross check on him.
He's the only guy on the Stealth defense that consistently cross checks. And, we need a few more guys like that to lay in some good stiff cross checks. It makes guys keep their head up and be a little less aggressive on the ball.
Here comes Smith trying to get around McIntosh. Looks short side. They wave it off as it never did cross the line.
That's where they've missed Tim Henderson this year, Kevin. That guy can cross-check through a tree.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Here's Smith inside, Snyder inside for McIntosh. Rolls into the crease of Reich. Outlet feed to Grimes. 2-on-2 here with Dutch. Bucktooth wants it out high. Grimes feed across Dutchy. And where is it? It's in. And they don't have another challenge. Dutch wants the challenge and they don't have one.
I'm surprised. I don't see the goal judge.
That ball was clearly in the goal as it got dragged back out by a player. And the crowd letting him have it right now. And so is Reese Dutch. I mean, I don't know how you don't see that. Man. To see it on the replay here as into the goal. And look at right there. You see it. It's in the net. Play on. Here comes Garrison. And a feed out to the stick of John Harnett.
Yeah, they can't let that get under their skin. They just need to keep doing what they're doing. They've got a couple goals here in the one goal here early in the second half.
I still don't understand how you do not see that ball in the goal.
Yeah, this might be a little bit of a make-up call. Schattler gets 2 minutes here, and he'll send the Stealth to the power play. At least they can try to answer back. 5:59 to go.
And that thing was in the net. 2 feet across the goal line. A Calgary player drags it back out. How does one of the officials not see that, Kevin?
Well, Todd LeBranch was right there, but he was kind of screened off by, I think it was the Calgary player. This might be a look at it here.
Yes, there it is.
There you go.
Plain view.
Yeah, trying to explain it to Reese Dutch, but LeBranch, nothing they can do about it. There's no flags. They can't go back and change the play. So they need to capitalize on this man advantage right now.
On to the power play they go, trailing by 7 with 6 minutes there to go in the third quarter. As Dutch just got hammered down by Harnett, and he's hot. Here's Ratcliffe with a shot off the leg of Pula.
And another Stealth power play.
They need a power play goal here as Schattler sits in the box for the Riggers. Here comes Bucktooth, down low Digby. Through the middle goes Ratcliffe, Bucktooth over the top. And Pulin with a save and gathers the rebound in. Outlet feed is on the mark to Manning. When it's not going your way, it's not going your way. And now Curtis Dixon. He has the ability to beat 2 defenders at once. And there's a whipping shot in on Reich who makes the stop.
Slow it down, quality shot here. Reese Dutch is fired up. I think a goal will calm him down a little bit. The defense knows that he's a little bit rattled right now. Watch John Harnett as he pays extra attention to Dutch, gives him that extra hack.
Well, I think the look is from the point right now, and they move Dutchy there. Here's Ratcliffe to Dutch. Now Ratcliffe at the point. Goes to Reese Dutch. Down to the crease. No. It's back with Ratcliffe. Backing away. Now stepping in and whips a shot in off a Roughneck defender. And now what do we got? Shot clock violation, and we're under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. We'll take it to break here on the Lacrosse Network. You're watching the National Lacrosse League.
Oh yeah, baby, it's t-shirt time! Who wants some t-shirts? Make some noise, I gotta see you over there! T-shirt time! Where you at? Right here!
Thanks, Mike. Again, join us again at the Langley Event Center 1 week tomorrow, next Saturday, March 29th.
All right, lacrosse fans, welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. Jake Elliott, Brad Challoner, the Hall of Famer, Kevin Alexander with you. If you want to be interactive on the broadcasts here on the Lacrosse Network, do so via Twitter at twitter.com/PXP for sports. I know my main man Dave Walls loves to answer the Twitter questions on air. I'm not going to take it to that extreme, Kevin, but if you want to get at us, send us any questions, comments, concerns our way. I'd love to hear from you at PXP for sports on twitter.com.
Yeah, I'm getting it right now from my buddy Ryan McMichael, Mitch McMichael's passionate brother in the lacrosse realm, saying that he did Google Power Forward and Digby's picture didn't come up. Maybe because he's on an iPad. Try Internet Explorer. But
Hashtag figure it out, McMikes. As Dixon in possession here with 4:20 to go, third quarter. Dixon through a double team, tripped up, still has possession, gets a chop there from Beers. And loose ball as Garrison will go after this one. He takes a thud up along the wall, but comes out of there with the loosing.
Going back a sec, guys, I was standing right here between the break there. LeBranch having a good chat with Mike Grimes, just saying he could not see that goal. He was in the corner, it was blocked by Poulin in the line, and he couldn't call it a goal, couldn't see it.
There's Dutch, big fake, Dutchy scores! Oh, Reese Dutch just put on a stick handling clinic right there as he walked two defenders, and then bounces one glove side past Poulin. It's 10-4.
Yeah, real quality shot there from Reese Dutch, and just a big wind-up outside, and both Calgary players bit hard on it, and he walls down the middle, and a good bounce shot, glove side low on Poulin.
They went in there for some dinner and got dessert as well there from Reese Dutch.
That'll feel good. 25th of the season for Reese Dutch.
Back to a 6-goal spread here as we go under 4 minutes.
Always seems to score big goals at home. That one's got the crowd fired up. 6-goal deficit.
Roughnecks have possession. Sean Evans as he works down low. Out there with Dinsdale. Feet across. Dobie with a quick stick. That one went wide. Ball bouncing around in feet here. And Nick Weiss will come up with possession. Here comes Justin Self. He gets across the timeline and feeds Lewis Ratcliffe. Cliff Smith hanging out high. He's got to get up and involved here in the offense. As here comes Lincoln. Up pick from Dutch. Lincoln. Craig scores! Jamie Lincoln on the bounce finds the top corner.
Did he ever? And we mean top corner on this one. That ball hung up there. Great overhand bounce shot. Steep bounce shot, actually. Roughly the same spot as Dutchy scored, but from a completely different angle. Great shot by Lincoln.
And Tor Reinhold right now down on the turf. I think he's trying to slow play down here as the Stealth gaining momentum. And Tor Reinhold down. Looks to be a leg cramp, and Mike Poulin took the opportunity to get a little extra tape on the leg pad as well.
Everyone trying to slow it down right now, but welcome to Langley, Jamie Lincoln. Welcome to Vancouver. Welcome to your new home as he gets this crowd fired up. And a barn that he knows well. Did play some summer ball here, and obviously played his junior with the Burnaby Lakers out in beautiful British Columbia. But that's a left-hander who came on to the far side of the floor, goes across the body, across the floor, bounce shot high. Just a wicked shot.
That's from about 34.5 feet out there from Link as well. But when you talked about, that shot from Bucktooth as he tried to put everything he had behind it earlier in the game, Kevin, talking about picking your spot, that wasn't everything that Lincoln had on his shot, but he found that top corner right underneath the crossbar and inside the post.
Yeah, accuracy is far more important when you're shooting a lacrosse ball.
Again, along with speed, something I know nothing about, Kevin.
Yeah.
As Tor Reinhold remains down on the turf here at the Langley Event Center.
I think he's got 2-goal cramp is what that is.
Yeah.
I think they had their timing off because Poulin was about to get some tape work done, so now he can't pull that one if there happens to be another quick goal.
Yeah.
So
again, the dedicated fan, whoever it is there, Brad, with the horse hat on. I have no idea what it has to do with lacrosse, but he is by far my favorite fan. The guy with the horse head on. What is the deal with that guy?
But is he a dedicated fan? Because I doubt that the sight lines are very good underneath that thing. I don't think he can see anything.
He gets some camera time regardless. As Reinhold up and walks off under his own power. All right, let's get you set here. 3:11 to go, third quarter. It's 10-5 Roughnecks. 2 straight here from the Stealth have cut it to 5. The Roughnecks have led by as many as 8. And Garrison and Snyder, and a quick move there on Snyder to be Vancouver ball here, and a chance to cut into that lead a little bit more here. Reese Dutch around his Victoria Shamrock teammate Dan McCray. And now Tyler Digby spins on John Harnett. And he'll lob it out high here to Smith. Quick pass, Ratcliffe. 13 on the shot clock here for Luke. Feet out high, Smith. Dutch wants it. Bobbled the pass. Now he's got McCray all over him. And good defense there from McCray, one of the league leaders in forced turnovers. Now Dutch from a bad angle as the shot clock was winding down.
They could hit Digby in the back.
And here we go with transition again as Dane Dobie right in scores. I mean, Vancouver has got to get back on defense, Kevin. I mean, that's just too many opportunities for Dane Dobie one-on-one.
Yeah, it was, and he was full stride. And I was watching the Stealth bench, and T-Ridge had the whole back. I didn't see who it was because it would have been a too many men penalties. It was a catch-22 scenario, and you give.
And now LeBranche instructing the trainer to come on for Vancouver as Matt Beers is down with cramps again, it looks like.
Pointing to his right hip this time.
Maybe it's not cramps here for Beers this time. I don't know.
Well, take your time, and that stuff you just want to make sure that you get it right before you get up and start wandering around, because nothing good will happen if you don't take care.
Again, that's a crushing goal there, Kevin. You know, you score 2 straight, you feel all the momentum going your way. Calgary pulls the Canadian timeout, if you will, and then the Stealth get caught on transition. I mean, it's just mental, that sort of stuff. You cannot sit there and watch your shots and hope you're going to pick up a rebound in front of the goal. Yeah. You just got to turn and get back to the bench.
That's right. That doesn't happen at this level. That's pee-wee stuff, and guys know that, and sometimes it's just a little bit lazy, and you got to be thinking 60 minutes a game in this league, and if you let your thoughts or your concentration go for little short lapses of time, you pay the price.
Back to center we go. Snyder up with a quick face-off win, pops it into his pocket. No, he doesn't as he battles the hot potato. Now he's got it, but he turns it over right to Molesky. And now numbers here for the Stealth if they want to run. Richardson and Salt up with it. Here's Molesky trying to weave to the goal. Gets a bounce shot off and pulling the save. Rolling around underneath him, and he keeps it in front of him. Dixon. Pressured there by Salt as he lobs a pass out for Sean Evans. There's a methodical setup here for the Roughnecks on this possession. Here's Evans. Steps in, rips a shot in on Reich. And right into the belly pad there, Riker, as Cree comes up with a loose ball. This maintains his balance. The big body of the rookie Cree. Now takes a couple of checks there from McFedridge as he finds Ratcliffe. And speaking of big bodies, here comes Tyler Digby. A screen there from Dutch. Out high is Lincoln, loads, tucks. Here's Lincoln, floats one just over the crossbar.
That would have been pretty. That's little shades of what Jimmy Lincoln can do. Some of the best hands in the business when he wants to.
He's got a magic stick for sure. Reminds me a lot of a former NLL player, Jason Wolder.
Jay Wu, great player.
Carson Leon. 10 on the shot clock here. Beltman, a swing pass here to Dobie. Inside now, Dinsdale can't handle it. Shetler comes up with it and gets a shot off. Right the save. Quick outlet here at center to Garrison. Grimes will fill the lane. Here's Garrison to Grimes. Trailer is Ratcliffe. Into the final minute here is Ratcliffe with a move. Feet across. Dutch handles the pass and ripped the shot high and wide. Still time on the shot clock here for Bucktooth. 10 on it for number 10, Reese Dutch. Down to 6 now. Hard pick there from Garrison. Dutch from way outside. Creeks in. And that one goes wide and bounces around. Will stay in play. As the Stealth will get back on defense now with 20 seconds here to go in the third quarter. Roughnecks will have final possession. Malowski calls Pullen to the bench for the 6th attacker. Down to 8 seconds now as Dixon getting set up. Make it 5 here. Beltman stepping in, feet inside Evans. And right down with the 5-hole save, has 2 seconds, going for the empty net. And launches it wide as third quarter action comes to an end. It was a 6-goal spread at halftime. It remains that way after 3 quarters. 11 for the Roughnecks, 5 for the Stealth. We're back with fourth quarter action. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network. We're right back.
All right, I'm here sitting on row 14 with Bob and the brothers in our hosting. Ryan and Jason, we're going to play our Tim Hortons coffee cup shuffle. Very simple. You're going to watch the coffee cups up there, find the one that has the donut in it. The winners, you guys are doing it together. You got a $100 gift card and a Vancouver Stealth jersey. So some sick swag. Here we go. You got to follow the cup with the donut. Bobber loves this game. We're going to get a show. You're going to give us a sneak peek. All right, fans are helping him up. What do we think, boys? They say A. Show me A. Oh, yeah! Got yourself a Vancouver Stealth jersey. Booyah!
Let's send it down to the bench as Brad Challoner is with the head coach, Chris Hall.
Back down here with head coach CH. Dane Dobie getting off the bench pretty quick for the Calgary Roughnecks. Even shorter bench this time. Is it a matter of shutting down the transition to keep these guys off the board?
It's a matter of the offense taking responsibility for getting off the floor, getting back in defense. There's no excuse for that, and 3 times we've let them happen.
It's not insurmountable. Good luck.
Thanks.
There's Brad Challoner with Chris Hall, and just kind of reinforcing our sentiments, Kevin, putting it on the offense to get off the floor and get their defense out there.
Yeah, I mean, as an offensive guy, all you got to do is run the first 3 steps with the D guy or whoever's in transition, and they'll stop. As long as they see somebody that's going to check them. When they see nobody, they just keep going hard till the net till they do find somebody who's going to check them.
Well, 45 in the books and 15 here to go from the LEC, and the Stealth, believe it or not, still in striking distance here, down 6, 11-5. As they started the clock a second early, and it'll be Calgary ball here. Snyder will throw it into the corner for Curtis Dixon, who has put his skill on display here tonight. Here's Veltman as he takes a check, loose ball up for grabs here. Stealth got to win this battle. Schattler is going to do it. Now he feeds down. Here's Dixon all alone, dip and dunk. Good save there from Reich, as he needed that one, as he stoned Dixon on the doorstep.
Big save by Reuter there.
Dixon with almost too much time.
Great patience by Reuter all day long.
Here's Lincoln. Lincoln, he's going to fire, and that one right into the midsection of Pullen. Not a great angle. Easy stop there for Pullen. As Johnny Harnett, here's transition again. Harnett stepping in. Harnett. Now he rips a sub shot, and Reich out to challenge on that one.
Stealth had lots of numbers. That's a loose ball they need. 5-on-2.
Roughnecks come up with it. It's down low with Sean Evans. As he goes to work on Pitchell, gets around him, down to his backside though. Now what do we got? Crease violation on Evie. Yeah, it's pretty good defense there from Pitchell.
This might be the best game of his young career.
Yeah, he's playing well. Up to Digby now. Posted up, feeds out high. Smith out to Ratcliffe. Dutch posted up in the middle. Here's Ratcliffe with a show and go. Spin on McBride, lost his stick. Ratcliffe wants to isolate on McBride. Powering in, step back, fire, scores! Ratcliffe!
Veteran savvy right there. Obviously you recognize the matchup. McBride, not much you can do without holding and getting a penalty. And Lou just stepped back. The rare sort of sidearm far from Lewis Ratcliffe. His second of the night. It's 11-6.
And there was a bit of holding going on there, but there was no call. There was going to be no call, but smart move by Lewis.
And the lead down to 5 once again. Now Snyder right on top of Richardson here. Ball comes free. Manning goes after it. Molesky tried to jump over his man. And the Roughnecks come up with the ball. Now, how many extra possessions have there been on faceoffs tonight for Calgary?
Yeah, well, that's something that you take into consideration when you're up against a Snyder.
Riggers will set it up here as we approach 2 minutes into this fourth quarter. Veltman along the wall, now into the middle. Veltman on the run, rips a shot in, and Reich makes that chest save. Feed out to Hodgson. Off the bench comes Lincoln, and Smith And now a man down in front. Shot there. Salt was the man hammered down. And who's it going to be is now a man down in behind the play as well. As I didn't see whether it was Roik that took him down or not. Did you pick that up, Brad?
It wasn't Roik. It was a couple of the defenders running off. There's a big scramble in front of the Calgary Roughnecks bench. I don't know, was it a stealth player who might have nicked Evans at all, but it was definitely a little clash of bodies right down here in front of backup goaltender Frankie Sigliano.
Well, Greggy Harnett is definitely going to go to the box here, and is it Sean Evans that's down there, Brad?
Yeah, it's Sean Evans.
And he is laying quite prone now. He hasn't moved in quite some time, but I don't know if the back official, Todd LeBrunch, even picked anything up or whether there's going to be a stealth penalty or not.
No, I don't think there was a call behind the play. They didn't see anything happen to Evans. It was whatever happened up towards the play, towards Mike Poulin, that these penalties are coming from.
Well, it doesn't seem to be a lot of complaining coming from the Calgary bench about it either. I don't know if you can hear it down there, Brad.
It was, like I said, I think there was 2 Calgary bodies and 2 Vancouver bodies running off the floor, and they all sort of, wouldn't let each other change. So I think both parties are a little bit guilty.
And each team kind of undecided on which personnel to put out on the floor right now as well. As McBride lobbying. As Grimes will come over and join the conversation as well. As Evans remains down on the turf.
5 minutes for Greg Harnett up on the board right now.
I think it was Digby that took the stick up high from Harnett. 39-33 your shots on goal. It's 11-6 Calgary. And we'll let you know, lacrosse fans, to join us again tomorrow here on the Lacrosse Network for more live exclusive broadcasts of the National Lacrosse League. The action continues tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern as the Philly Wings host the Toronto Rock. My good colleague, Dave Walsh, will have the call on that one. Go to youtube.com/TLN for all the NLL action this weekend, as still Evans remains on the turf.
Speaking of lacrosse fans, I'll give a little shout out to one of our better Vancouver style fans. My daughter Jo got called into work, missed her first game tonight, couldn't make it over, so miss you, love you.
There you go. Brad, you got anybody?
I just wanted to say, how about those Edmonton Rush?
Yeah, 11-0.
So here's a stat for you guys. First ever pro sports team in the city of Edmonton to win 11 games in a row.
Hard to believe.
Oilers never did it. In all of the 80s,
Eskimos
have never done it. Edmonton becomes, it's not just impressive that they're an 11-0 to start a season. They're the only Edmonton sports franchise ever to win 11 straight.
You got to tip your hat to Derek Keenan. He's doing a great job there. They got some great ball players. They work hard day in and day out. Strong fundamentals and strong defense, and the offense, the goals take care of it.
Bomber having some fun with our good buddy there in the crowd, as Evans finally back to his feet now, and he'll head off as he has the death stare over to the stealth benches. We never have seen a replay of what exactly happened in behind the play, as Evans will take a seat at the end of the Roughneck bench. And now a real opportunity here, Kevin Alexander. The Stealth trailing by 5 are going to go to a 5-minute power play here, and a chance to get at least 2.
And these are the things that your specialty teams must come through for you.
Bucktooth to Ratcliffe. Here's a set play. Ratcliffe with a shot, and that one didn't get through. Dutch will scoop it up. Still lots of time. Make it 10 on the shot clock now. Dutch stepping in. Goes to Ratcliffe. Back up high, Dutch. Back to Ratcliffe. Quick pass. Here's Bucktooth. And Poulin squeezes the legs closed and keeps that one up. Shovel pass ahead to Snyder. Dixon was in behind. Didn't want the ball, though. Now Snyder goes to work on Garrison here. Switches hands and finds Schouler. 3 minutes in, fourth quarter. Shot clock down to 10 here on the Roughnecks now. And that ball stolen away. Mike Grimes going to try and leg it away here from Schouler. Here comes Grimes right in. Tuck and go. Not going to shoot it. That's good patience there from Mike Grimes. Get the power play out there and set it up.
Great pickpocket by Grimes. I thought that was a fake pass by Schouler. Just so cleanly picked off. I was looking where it ended up.
Had me going too. Here's Ratcliffe up top, Bucktooth. He'll run some motion. Dutch around the screen, steps in. Dutchy fires, scores! Top corner bounce shot past Poulin. It's a power play goal, and it's 11-7, down to a 4-goal spread.
And we're starting to see a pattern here with the bounce shots on Poulin's glove side. That's the third one in a row that's gone bounce shot top corner, so maybe the Stealth have found something there.
They are trying. And no remain on the man advantage here.
26 on the year for Reese Dutch.
And now a face-off, and a crucial one at that. A Snyder on top of it. Garrison trying to pry his stick off the turf. And the Roughnecks will come out with it. Manning double-teamed. Ball right near center. Snyder in some trouble. This has got to be close to 8 seconds. Now Carson Leon gets across the timeline and finds Dixon. Lucky break there for the Roughnecks, as the Stealth did everything right except come up with that ball.
All I want to see Mike Grimes do here is just stay between Dixon and the goal. You're not going to take it off him.
Dixon hits the turf. Ball comes free. Dixon down, and he's slow to get to his feet.
Yeah, he got one off the wrist there. 3 bodies on him.
Here's Beers. Dutch wants it and gets it. Arnett will give him a whack and now back off and set up the box for the short man unit. Bucktooth will set things up again. Ratcliffe out there with Lincoln on the far side. Here's Bucktooth to Dutch. Ratcliffe around the screen. Skip pass down to Lincoln. Looks out, finds Bucktooth. Here's Digby from a bad angle. Looks low. Shut off Poulin. Big rebound. We'll come back here to Bucktooth. Lots of time to work with now. Bucktooth into the middle. Finds Dutch. Here's Bucktooth from the point. Down to Lincoln. Quick shot there, and Poulin. Rather easy save as he read that play. Now a lob pass all the way down the floor here. Royk's going to venture out of his crease.
Still 2:27 to go in this power play. Lots of time. 1 goal gone.
I like to see Lewis when he cuts through the middle to cut through the middle. Don't stay in the middle. Just keep moving through and bump around.
Bucktooth from the point goes to Ratcliffe. Loads up. Fire, scores! Ratcliffe, power play. It's 11-8.
Good shot by Lewis. It looks to me like Poulin's getting a little rattled down there. He's getting losing a little confidence, and so he should be when the ball's going in like that. But Stealth been making a little bit of a comeback here.
They cash in twice on the man advantage, and we're down to a 3-goal lead here at 11-8.
Poulin's looking for the pad timeout, trying to signal to LeBrant.
They shouldn't give this to him one bit, and they're not going to. And good refereeing right there. As Snyder comes up with the ball. Only momentarily as Weiss takes a hard check. He's got it in his stick, though. Good job from Nick Weiss. Can he come out of there with it? Yes, he can. Finds a man all alone. Right in Sultan. He's stopped from Poulin on the doorstep.
Calgary getting a little rattled here.
Oh, that would have blown the roof off this place if that goes in. Good check there from Grimes as Evans tried to backdoor. Here's Haji.
Great pursuit by some of the young guys tonight, guys. Nick Weiss, Justin Pitchell, both having tremendous evenings.
Here's Dutch. He's got Tor Reinhold matched up on him. Dutch around him, feet across. Here's a drive from Smith. Spin back. Ratcliffe wants it, gets it, shoots it, and he shot it wide as it'll end up in the second row.
Yeah, he likes that far side low now. That one ends up out of play.
We got a good one now. Still time left in this one. It's 11-8 Roughnecks. We're back with more fourth quarter action. You're watching the National Lacrosse League on the Lacrosse Network.
Commit some money. Get tickets ready. Get those tickets ready. We are looking for a red ticket. Red ticket number 143-1795. 143-1795. Got your $1,738. Bring your red ticket to the 50-50 booth back here. You got yourself some dineros. Back some more action.
Fans going to head down to the floor about 10 minutes after the game as members of your Vancouver Stealth will be available for a post-game autograph session. Take the stairs or the elevator near the top of Gate 2, and staff will be happy to help you.
Fans, this copyright telecast of the National Lacrosse League Incorporated may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the National Lacrosse League. As we welcome you back inside the Langley Event Center, Jake Elliott, Brad Challoner, and the Hall of Famer Kevin Alexander with you. Your score 11-8, and fellas, at one time the Roughnecks led this game 8-0. So an 8-3 run here for the Stealth, but it's still a 3-goal gap to close here, and still quite a bit of time left in this fourth quarter as well. I mean, this is not out of the realm of possibility here.
No, not at all. 9 minutes is an eternity in lacrosse, especially when you're up by 3. And when you're down by 3, it tends to go a little bit quicker, but long ways to go in this one yet.
Well, let's give Matt Roik some credit here, guys, as Tyler Richards just did not get off to a great start tonight. He's been fantastic all year, but let's give Matt Roik some credit as he has held his team in and given them a chance to win here in this one.
Well, Royker's a solid goalie, and everybody knows that, so they're not worried about having him in the goal.
Here's Dinsdale development, quick pass Evans, pick and roll here for Dixon. Evans down low, off the post. There's a break for the Stealth. Beers wants to push. Here comes Garrison. Beers around a man. He's got Garrison and Hodgson with him. Here's Hodgie. Fires in off the shoulder. And now back the other way. Snyder. And Salt gets back in time, but Snyder still wants to push. And a rush shot there, and I don't think Malowski's going to like that one, except McRae. No, he throws it away.
Calgary really guilty of panicking here in a few situations for a team with a 3-goal lead, not showing a whole lot of poise.
Here's Dutchy. Feet out high, Bucktooth, bobbled the pass, got it back, feeds Dutch. Here's a pick from Digby. Dutch loads up, spins, feeds Bucktooth. He's got room, flies it across Smith. Back to Dutch, quick shot, kick, save. Into the stick it goes for Poulin.
Gotta shoot for corners, gotta shoot for corners.
Big stop there for Mike Poulin as he keeps it a 3-goal game here with 7:45 to go in it now. And the Roughnecks back into possession. Shot total deadlocked at 41 apiece now.
Evans looks like he's healthy. Not happy and healthy, but angry and healthy.
That's a scary Sean Evans. Here's Schattler. Quick pass, Dinsdale. Right in. And right off the chest of Matt Roik. In good position there. Outlet to Nick Weeks. From Port Hope, Ontario. Shout out to Port Hope.
Yeah, played his junior in Peterborough. They get enough shout outs though in the lacrosse world.
Here's Bucktooth. Digby, he wants to go one-on-one. Feeds across, quick shot. Ratcliffe missed the far side. Stays in play though, 5 seconds to go. As Digby missed the loose ball, make it 3. Here's Bucktooth, long shot. And Calgary will bring it back the other way here with Carson Leung. Dixon, who's been quiet as of late. We'll bounce it out to Veltman, back to Dixon it goes. Here's Dean Toby on the near side. Bradley Cree matched up on him. And now Evans off the half wall, darts into the middle, looks inside, Dixon there, backhand shot off a shoulder. As he tried to go over the shoulder there to Dixon. Now Hodgson, as Garrison wants to run here as well. And he'll find Cliff Smith off the bench. As on comes Ratcliffe as well. McRae with a wrap check, knocked that ball free. Ratcliffe picked it up, he had it stripped. And a wasted possession there for the Stealth. Just kind of a sloppy line change there and too much traffic around where the ball carrier was, and that allowed McRae to be aggressive out wide. As Reinhold will stay up and place him out. Schattler swings it in behind the goal for Evans with 10 on the shot clock. Evans feet inside. Feltman floated one over top of the crossbar. Richardson into the corner, picks up a loose ball.
I don't think you can let Sean Evans sit behind the net and shop with the ball like that. That's a very dangerous situation.
Well, you don't want to let anyone sit back there and feed like that. You got to force him one way or the other, preferably to his weak side. Dutch was open through the middle, didn't get it. Now Lincoln will set a screen for Ratcliffe. Digby took his eye off the ball before securing the pass. Got it back, 6 on the shot clock now for Digby. Here's Digby! And what do we got here? A penalty call coming up. Is it going to the Roughnecks? I believe it is. Or is it? No, it's going to go to Bucktooth here. As Harnett comes out, Bucktooth will go in, and this a tough call here on the Stealth as they're going to be shorthanded now with 5:18 to go.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, Jake. I don't.
Now their offensive zone retaliatory penalty by Brett Bucktooth. He seems to be playing with a little bit of fire in his belly tonight, and they're getting a little extra agitated by the extra pressure that Calgary's been putting on him. It's been a hot right-handed hand for Vancouver the last few games.
So the best power play in the league goes back to work here with the Roughnecks. It's Veltman out high. Doby will go into the middle. Here's Veltman around the screen, loads up, fires. Roik way out on the top of his crease to challenge on that one. And Evans comes up with a loose ball, and now he's going to draw a call, and that is... I'm going to bite my tongue.
Well, it's just a KG veteran. That's what that is.
I mean, he sold it. He sold it flat out.
Yeah, he did that. He did a good job on it, but
that was reaction from Hart. He wasn't calling anything until he saw Evans fake like he was hurt, and then the arm goes up.
Yeah, I'd like to take another look at that. That one was...
We're under 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. It's 11-8 Roughnecks. We're back with more action right here on the Lacrosse Network. It's the National Lacrosse League.
And close back to the floor, the Bombshells.
Welcome back, lacrosse fans. Inside the Langley Events Center, Stealth, they're going to be down 2 men here, as Sean Evans drew the penalty call from Greg Hart on a slash from Jeff Molesky. And now it's a 5-on-3 here for Calgary. Up 3 goals and a chance really to salt this game away.
Well, you know, on calls like that, I'm sure Greg Hart will see the replay on that. And it looked, in all fairness, at first glance to us like it was not much of a call, but they remember players that do that kind of stuff.
Well, here we go. Here's Dixon ripping in a step shot and right to save. Grimes up with a rebound. Try to reverse backhand pass. It's coming to Beers. Look out. Suicide pass there. Now Beers feeds it up ahead. He's got Hodgson one-on-one. And almost, I mean, that's the time when you might want to go for goal there. Down 3, down 2 men.
Yeah, it was a good job of clearing, actually.
So Hodgson will hold. Here's Reese Dutch with 5 on the shot clock, and now they got to get the ball in deep. Dutch from way outside on the run, shoots it in, and he hits Andrew McBride.
Yeah, they want to go for it. You don't usually see Lewis Ratcliffe out on the offense on a 5-on-3, but he's got the hot hand tonight, and they're telling him to go.
4 minutes to go in this one. And they're up next back to the 2-man advantage. Evans down low, Dixon. So it's Evans, Veltman, Doby, and Dixon out there, and the high man is Manning. Feet across, Doby, empty netter, it's in.
Yeah, right in the top tight corner of the mesh as that bounced right back out, but that power play just swings that ball down on a rope, tic-tac-toe, and it's 12-8.
Yeah, I mean, never mind 5-on-4. You put this team down 5-on-3, they're going to cash in.
Yeah, they may as well be playing against no one.
Well, when they got Evans, Doby, and Schattler, you know, those are 3 natural goal scorers. Throw Dixon in there, that's 4. And that's what those guys do. They score goals.
Doby's got 4 tonight, 35 on the year, leads the league.
Probably only team match up with these guys as far as natural goal scorers, I would think, would be Nighthawks.
There's Digby, 1-on-1. Make it 1-on-2 now. A swim move through the middle. Still Digby going. Corkscrew shot just missed. Dutch comes up with it. Stops up. In behind the goal as he fakes on McCray.
Penalty here.
And delayed call coming up now against Calgary as Dutchie puts one in on Poulin, who made the stop. And penalty call to come here against the Roughnecks.
Pretty good save there by Mike Poulin, in all fairness. A little bit of a screen shot by Dutchie around the defender, and Poulin was up to the task.
Is it Harnett heading back to the penalty box? It is. No, excuse me. Carson Leung, 21, not 11. So it'll be 4-on-4 here for the next 28 seconds, and then the Stealth will have a man advantage. A little surprised they don't keep Reich at the bench right now and go 5-on-4 here with just 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be a bad idea.
Ratcliffe holding. Gets around McRae as Smith opens him up. Now Digby inside, kicks it out. Here's Smith. Backhand feed. Ratcliffe! And a good save again from Poulin down low.
Gotta pick corners. When you're in on the crease, you gotta pick corners. Stealth guilty 3 or 4 times now. Right in naked, not picking corners.
Snyder had a steam up into the offensive zone. And he'll bounce it back out high for Curtis Dixon. So now the Stealth on the man advantage. And Harnett and Digby are just going to stay up the floor here, and they're going to play 4-on-3 down in this end. Don't whack too hard, Molesky. You might get a penalty. Here's Dixon on the step-back runner. And that went off a body and out of play, and that's going to give a new 30 here to the Roughnecks. I mean, that's a smart play there from Curtis Dixon. As Dutch will sneak in a change.
Beers is going to have some welts on his back today. That's the second or third that's been off of him and out of play.
Evans one-on-one here with Beers. Shot clock down to 15 now. Clock down to 2:50. Dixon will take it out high. Hodgson and Molesky wait for him. As Evans taken down by Beers. Dixon trying to go through a double team, got stripped.
Oh, then Evans just lays an elbow right to the face of Matt Beers. No call.
Right in behind the clip. LeBron staring right at it. Here's Digby inside, shooting, save from Poulin. And Beers still trying to pick himself up off the turf after the elbow from Evans. And that was nasty. And Beers going to stay out there. And if I'm Sean Evans, I don't know if I come back onto the floor now.
Yeah, it was a hack on the wrist first and then an elbow up high.
Now Beers lays a check on the back of the head of Harnett. Now way up ahead of the play, all alone. Here's Justin Salt. Off the save of Poulin as he got the stick side glove on that one. Grimes does well to come up with a loose ball. Still Grimes going. Step back shot there from Grimes in the rising Sebert. And another stop for Poulin. Here comes right to the bench. It's a 4-goal lead here for the Roughnecks. Final minute of play. Ratcliffe bounce shot and a kick save there from Poulin as he got the left leg on that one. Here's Smith from the outside. He's going to crank, and that one's off the other leg of Poulin. Ratcliffe again. They need goals, and another low shot in on Poulin makes another stop. Lob pass over the top. Snyder's got an empty net. Roy trying to get back in, and Snyder fires it home. And Roy faked like he was going to hit Snyder and then decides not to.
Yeah, of course they're going to have words. You know, the way that Matt Roy plays the cross, he's going to have some words for Jeff Snyder, and they're jarring back and forth right now.
Not much going to happen there. Jeff Snyder picks his spots fairly carefully, and I don't think he's going to risk anything at this point.
Both players keep their composure there.
Snyder knew what he was doing, taking that shot on an empty net up by 4. That's all he needs to do to get under the skin.
Well, he's the guy that's going to get in trouble for shooting, but he's taking the face-off, so as long as he wins them, he'll be okay.
Pretty tough to pass up the empty net.
Last check, it was 17 wins to Vancouver's 5 in the face-off circle for Jeff Snyder.
Well, he's the best, him and his brother Bob. There's no doubt about that. Well, you know what? I shouldn't say that.
Well, I mean, other guys are closing the gap in that department.
Jeremy Thompson had a pretty good run last week.
Jordan McIntosh, you can probably throw that
quite well, very well. I thought he was by far the better of the two last week.
There's a face-off win for Gary. But it's going to be too late in this one, as it's a 5-goal lead here for the Roughnecks now as the fans start to head for the exits. Lincoln in control. Down low for Smith. Feet out high, Digby lost the handle. Got it back in behind with Weiss here. He's going to try and wrap it around. And that one goes wide. As that is going to do it here. Poulin comes up with a loose ball, and he's just going to step in behind his own net as the clock will expire here in the 4th quarter. The Stealth got down 8-0. They pushed back, made it 11-8, and this one finishes 13-8. As you just cannot put yourself behind the 8 ball like that, Kevin.
Oh, that's right, and it's proven time and again in all kinds of games in this league. You can't give up those 6-7 goal runs and expect to have success. And once again, we saw that tonight.
The two teams out onto the floor. I don't know if I ever picked up who has the 3 stars. Brad, just your final comments here on tonight's game.
Well, I think the Vancouver Stealth are obviously like most teams have been in this league this year when they've lost a game. Every team is just sort of one good run away. This game Vancouver had is clawing back, but couldn't string enough together. And Calgary with that 8-goal lead, it's an insurmountable hill to climb. And I think that Matt Roy came in and had a fantastic second half of this game. You can't fault the netminder. It just shows that been a lot of quality backup performances in the last couple weeks here in the National Lacrosse League, and these guys can be starters on some clubs in the future, you think. But hard-fought battle. The Roughnecks, not a full 60 minutes. I think Kurt Malosky's going to be nitpicking some things from this game. And Kevin mentioned poise. The Roughnecks did look a little sloppy in the late half of the game, but a win's a win, and they improved to 7-5 on the year. And the Vancouver Stealth fall to 3-9, and a tough hill to climb with Colorado ahead of them by 2 games.
Kevin, your final thoughts here tonight?
Well, like we said, you got to come out to play the full 60 minutes, every game, every shift, and Stealth a little bit guilty tonight of a real slow start. I mean, time off is no excuse. You just got to play a little bit harder, a little bit smarter, a lot.
I'll let Brad Challoner try and wrangle up somebody at the end of this one. 3 stars tonight, picked by Gary Ahuja from the Langley Times. Your 3rd star, Lewis Ratcliffe. Your 2nd star is Curtis Dixon. And your number 1 star tonight from the Calgary Roughnecks is Dane Doby. As the Stealth do a victory, or a salute lap, I should say, not a victory lap here to the crowd, as they drop to 3-9, Kevin. But I mean, it's all not gloom and doom here. I mean, still 4 out of the last 6 games here at the Langley Event Center, and still just 2 games behind the Colorado Mammoth. And as we know, you just have to beat one team to get in, and the Mammoth's still right there within striking distance.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's any reason to wave that white flag quite yet. And the Mammoth have they got a tough job in front of them as well, and they're having a struggle at times as well. So, no, you still have to go out and you're looking for wins every night.
As they announce the 3 stars here this evening. Once again, Ratcliffe, Dixon, and Doby, your 1st star here tonight. And I'm not sure whether Brad is going to be able to manage to grab anyone down there. It looks like he might have Lewis Ratcliffe. We'll send it down to the floor level. Here is Lewis Ratcliffe
down here,
with Brad
guys,
Challoner.
3rd star of the game, Lewis Ratcliffe. You sat out last week, but come back in here strong tonight, Lou. 3 goals for yourself. How'd you feel about your performance?
A little slow at the beginning. Obviously, we haven't played a lot of lacrosse lately, so obviously we weren't sharp off the bat, and we got down too much. So I thought we played okay for the 2nd quarter on, but we just had a tough first.
A guy that scored over 900 points in the National Lacrosse League. What's the difference between a night where you might get 1 or 2 and a night where you're putting up 3 like this?
Just confidence, I think. I think just catching the ball and shooting instead of catching and thinking. I think that's the biggest thing for me is just playing mentally strong. I'm gonna get a bunch of shots, but I got to be able to bury them. And tonight they were falling a little bit.
So Calgary jumps out to an 8-0 lead. You guys scratch back a little bit. I think you're pretty much one good run away from trying to get back into this game. Where do you think you guys went wrong?
Obviously, it was a start. We just got to come out harder. We got to come out ready to play, and whatever the excuses are, whether we've played 1 game in the last month or not, we got to be better than that off the beginning. And we dug too big of a hole. They're a great team, a great offense, and if you give them shots from 5 feet out, they're going to bury them every time.
Good to be back home, though. A quick turnaround as Buffalo comes in here next Saturday night. What do you think you guys need to retweak for next week?
Just get back into it. I think the timing will come. Our fitness will come back, and obviously we need to. It's cliche, right? It's 60 minutes, so I think we got to make sure that we come off ready to play off the bat.
BCLA, BC Junior League night here tonight at the Langley Event Center. And you want to give a shout out to where you played your minor lacrosse?
Victoria Junior, so a great place to play. Obviously a good team every year.
Well, good luck. We'll see you next week.
Thank you,
guys.
Thanks, Brad. Congratulations, Lewis.
And there was Lewis Ratcliffe with Brad Challoner, as that will wrap things up here for us tonight. Final shots on goal. Stealth actually outshoot the Roughnecks 51-48, but go down in defeat as the Roughnecks improve to 7-5. The Stealth drop to 3-9 as the Roughnecks beat the Stealth 13-8 in this one. That will do it here for us this evening. For our production crew, for Kevin Alexander, for Brad Challoner, I am Jake Elliott. And for the fastest game on 2 feet, we'll see you next Saturday right here from the Langley Event Center.